right now.
I'm telling you, I know what you're talking about. You don't want to go down this fucking road.
Not that. But there's a lot of things that, I would say, and then I just get fucking ignored. So I just...
But having said all that, that has nothing to do with this. This just means check...
Scott, let's get into it right now.
I'm not getting into anything else.
No, I want to know. You made the accusation. Now what have I ignored?
There's audio things that I would like to do, but we don't have the money, or we don't have the...
Well, if we don't have budget, then we don't have budget.
This is program director Tim Savy.
Okay, what's the next
fight
one?
with you? But everybody's jumping on my...
You can't make these accusations unless you have facts to back it up. Okay, that's number one. What's number two?
I'm going to say you hired someone that I wasn't happy with to do a certain job.
So, in order for you to hire anybody, I need to get your approval?
No.
You really want to go down that road?
You don't need
You really want to go down that road? Do you really want to go down that road, Scott? Okay, don't.
I'm not.
The entire audience wants you to go down.
Yes. I bet that's a special.
It's not about not hiring somebody. It's about hiring somebody that may not be qualified. That's the road.
In your opinion.
And this is
my opinion is fucking 35 years of engineering. That's my opinion. You don't have any fucking engineering experience,
How do you know?
okay?
How do you know what my resume is?
Tim,
tell me how do you know my resume now?
You've been a program director how long?
Many years.
I know you've been in radio
what else have I done?
a long time.
On the air. What else have I
You've
done? Worked in engineering. What else have I done?
Okay, Tim. All right, fine. Everybody's ganging up.
Come on, no, you make an accusation. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Bring it on.
We just talked about it.
Bring it on.
You want me to what do you want to fire me? I'm not going to bring it up.
I want to discuss it.
I'm not going to bring it up. I just brought it up. We discussed it. That's it. There's nowhere else to go with it.
It's good, isn't it?
What's the road they don't want to go down?
Oh, I know all about it.
I don't know anything.
Let's just put it this
intriguing.
way. Scott was recommending somebody for a job.
Uh-huh.
And then when they didn't hire the person, he went berserk.
Oh.
Yeah.
But what's great about that is Gary says don't go down that road, and then Tim, in his management speech, just picks up on it.
Yeah.
You don't want to go down that road.
The line was, John goes, we do want to go down that road. Tim goes, no, that's a special.
Yeah, that is a special.
Scott, do you feel like your expertise is being ignored?
A lot of times, yes. Yeah, a lot of times, yeah. Things are done without consult. I can't give an example right now without
give me an example.
A lot of things are done without even talking to me. I don't have it in my head right now.
Give me the example.
I don't have it, I said.
Well, take a week then and give them to me.
It goes in my head and goes out, all right? You don't want to fucking deal with me? Then fine. I don't catalog
it all the time.
I don't catalog it in my head. I don't want to fight with it. But if you want to do it, you're the boss. If you want to do it that way, okay. I'm not going to fight with you about it. Just let it go.
What has gone wrong as a result of the decisions that were made?
I told you, it's not in my head right now that I would, could repeat to you.
Can I jump in for a second? Because I think there's a
lot of shit that goes in and out of my head. Like, all right, you don't want to do it that way, fine.
He's the world's worst arguer.
Oh, yes.
Scott, the engineer, well, okay, give us an example of what went wrong as a result of the person I hired. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
Or like saying something when you don't have all the facts.
Yeah.
Like, hey, do you have any engineering experience? Yeah, I do. All right. Oh, well.
Yeah. Typical rookie lawyer mistake.
Because what's my resume? And he's like, how long you been a program director?
I will get, I don't know what Scott's expertise, though, is. Even the super fan trivia was all messed up.
But everybody says to me who knows radio, I guess, says Scott is an extraordinary engineer. I mean, that's what I've heard.
I'll tell you what, he's a good bowling commentator. He's great on the Bowling Beauty show.
When I argue, it's like taking a test.
Yeah, you're the worst.
You know how you freeze
You're a
up?
bad arguer.
I'm very bad. I know that.
The one mistake, you went off the
topic.
The topic. And started something else, and that's when you
had nothing to back it up.
No.
You got your ass in a jam.
In a debate bracket, you'd be like the team playing Duke in the first round.
Awful.
You're angry with Tim because you had recommended someone for a job. That's what I heard.
Pass.
And that you recommend someone for a job, and he decided not to take that person, and now you feel all hurt and shit.
Well, no, it goes a little further than that.
Go ahead.
It's just. I don't want to get into it. I don't want to, fight with him about it. And he did what he had to do, and that's
I'll give you a legitimate bitch Scott has, and I'm serious about this. The only guy not to get an iPod, everyone got one.
See, that's the whole subconscious thing. The iPod. That's why I'm really.
I agree with you there. That's a little bit of a fuck you, but
here, listen to this.
We were at K-Rock where you definitely felt you didn't get the respect, and we left there.
Out of respect to Ronnie, I said, you know what? I'm going to give it a whirl.
Right.
We sat down last week in the office in Scott's studio, talked, worked everything out. I said, Scott, from here on out,
So you said from here on out you'll get a
you'll
salary.
get a flat fee, and on weekends that we do well, when I can bump you up, I will.
Right.
I didn't say you're never going to make more than this. I said this is your minimum, and then if I can do more,
Then
I
what
will
does
get you more.
And he says, wait a second, Shuli.
No. He agreed to it.
Right.
He agreed to it.
Right.
Then the weekend came.
Uh-oh.
Then Monday morning came.
Right.
Obviously, somebody got in his head.
Well, he got in his head.
Got in his head.
Right.
And he shows up Monday and he says to me, after the show, I'd like to meet with you two again. So I said to Ronnie, I go, he wants to have another meeting. Ronnie's like, what's another meeting? Ronnie's like, I'm done with these meetings. I don't want to do these meetings.
Right.
So we sit down, right back to square one.
Right.
This was a partnership. This is this. And I go, Scott, you already agreed. We were moving forward. Well, I thought about it, and, it's just not right. It's not fair. If you guys want to be fair with me. So I said, you know what, Scott? I go, you gotta let me know. Are you in or are you out?
And then he said he's out.
No, he says, I'll let you know my decision tomorrow.
Wow, like the president.
Yes.
Right.
So Tuesday I walk in.
His decision.
I go to him.
The
I
Supreme
said,
Court.
Yeah. I said, Scott, what's your decision? I need to know because I got shit I got to fill up.
Well,
you know?
didn't he want you to open your books to him?
Oh yeah. He wanted to
why
break down.
won't you? Why don't you give him the breakdown? Why don't you just say, hey, look, here's what I got, here's what Ronnie got, here's what you got.
I got no problem with it, but it never ends with him. That's the thing. If I split everything 50-50 with him, there would still be something that he's not okay with. Because the bottom line is, he doesn't trust me.
Right.
I don't want to work with somebody who doesn't trust me.
So why not just open the books to him and show him the split?
Because Howard, it won't satisfy. I'm telling you, here's something. When we first did our first
he feels
4 or
you're
5
getting
shows,
a lot more money than him.
Let me tell you something.
He should get more money than him.
Right. You feel Shuli can take whatever he wants.
He's the
headliner.
Not that he should take whatever he wants, but he's the headliner. He's got to pay the comics.
In other words, even though it's called Ronnie's Block Party,
Right.
the reality is someone's got to get up there and entertain the people for an hour.
Right, and we have other comics that deserve to get paid also.
Right.
Not $100. You know what I'm saying?
Are you curious what the
No, I don't
weekend
even ask.
generates?
I don't care.
You just can't believe you're getting $2,500.
I'm glad that we go out to people. I'm telling you, when mustn't people bust your balls on the air and curse you out and say you're an asshole and everything?
Right.
When we go to do these shows, they are fucking thrilled to see us.
Right.
And I love it. I think it's great.
When we did the first 4 or 5 shows, we drew nothing. We made nothing.
Right.
These guys, I made sure that they got paid.
Right.
Our promoter, Sequoia, lost money. I lost money on these shows. They got paid.
Right.
Scott knew when there were 40 people at one of our shows early on. He didn't ask to see the books then.
No.
He took his money and he shut the fuck
He
up.
didn't offer
He was
you
fine.
anything back.
He didn't want to. He didn't want a partnership
and this
at that
whole
point.
Robin Hood fucking thing that he's doing. Oh, I'm looking to reduce expenses for everyone else. And in these meetings, he looks at me and he has the balls to go, it's not even about the money. I go, what the fuck is it about then? Of course it's about the money.
What is it about to him?
Right.
Yeah.
Just fucking be up front. Just look me in my... And he tells me, he goes, I feel I'm not respected. I go, really? You want me to respect you? You fucking sit here and shit all over what I do for a living.
Wow.
And you want respect.
So he's out now.
So I said to him yesterday...
It seems to me that if you guys wanted to, you could take like JD to Ronnie's Block Party, or... Like Sal would probably be thrilled to get $2,500 for the weekend, and Sal actually did some stand-up.
There's a line of people out there.
Who's in the line
Yeah,
to
but
replace
Sal
him?
I think Sal, when Sal goes out, he wants
big money.
He wants big money,
right?
From what I heard, I don't know.
Sal
for
gets
sure.
big money.
I don't know for sure, but that's what I heard.
Does Sal get big money, Shuli?
I mean, I don't know if he gets it at every gig.
Right.
I know he wants it. We all do. But I don't know if that's a reality. I mean,
why won't you tell Scott what you get paid?
I have no problem telling him what I get paid. I told him right to his face, I make more than you.
Right.
And I'm going to continue to make more than you.
How much more do you make than Scott?
$7,000 more. No, I'm kidding.
No.
I just want him to have it. It really is a difference between $500 to $800 difference.
Okay.
So this guy's
that
walking
seems
away.
fair for a guy who has to
and
really
doing
entertain.
all the managing, basically.
Yeah, right.
Scott, I'm hearing this. Shuli doesn't sound unreasonable. You're talking about a spread of $500 to $800 more than you.
It sounds like a Jackie negotiation.
You're saying $300 or $3,000? Oh, Mike 3. Okay, go ahead. Yeah. I'm hearing what Shuli's saying. It's $500 to $800 more, and that seems fair to a guy who's got. You go out for a minute, and I know they're coming to see you and Ronnie too, but
I thought from the beginning. I'm not going to argue. This is what I'm going to say. From the beginning, we were the three. We had an arrangement. It came. We didn't make money the first couple of things.
Right. No, you made money.
Shuli comes and says the block party itself.
Scott, you made money on the shows. Don't sit here and say all of a sudden we're all one unit now.
I'm just repeating what you just said. The block party didn't make money, and we got paid. And then you came to us and said, if we each take X amount of dollars, you, me, Ronnie, that would be fair. We can go forward and make money. We'll take equal amounts. I agreed to that.
So they said equal amounts.
Well, we said equal amounts when there was no
now
money.
Now that there is money, you want to take it out of the cash register before we have a chance to count it.
Scott, what did you make for those first 4 shows?
I don't know.
I'll tell you. You want me to tell you?
$400.
No. The first 3 shows we did you not make $800 a show?
No, one show.
Ronnie, what did we make the first? One show you made $800, right?
And then after that, it was like we got to take less because nobody's making money. So
nobody was showing up.
I know that. I said fine. We all agreed to take the, and then it. All of a sudden,
so you went from 500
all of a sudden,
to 2,500.
Well, that was one show, and then it became 4 shows. So don't tell me that I went from this to that. It really didn't change the amount of money I was getting.
Let me ask you this, Scott. In all honesty, let me ask you this. Out of all the people on the tour, why is it that you're the only one who has these issues? Why is it nobody else has come to me?
Because nobody else made an agreement. Ronnie doesn't give a shit. Apparently, he just
Ronnie made the agreement, but he just doesn't care.
It was an idea. It was never a partnership. It was an idea.
And your idea of a partnership, let me tell you how the partnership got started again. I said, Scott, would you be up for doing something on the road? Yeah. That's how the partnership got started.
All right, let me ask you, did you ever say that we're going to go out and split it 3 ways?
I never, ever once said. And Ronnie, if I said it, tell me now. If I ever said we are splitting everything down the middle 3 ways, tell me.
Nobody ever said that.
We all agreed to take the same amount of money.
No, we didn't. We didn't. Because we always said
we did.
That's your problem. If you did say that.
No, my problem is him. Nobody.
I've just relieved you of a problem.
Well,
all right, so you're out. In other words,
but again, you've quit. Again, you quit.
I didn't quit.
Were you booked to go to Toronto?
Yes.
Or were you advertising that you were going to Toronto?
Whatever they were doing.
Well, of course we were.
Then you should do Toronto and exit like a gentleman.
But it's too late now, Howard. It's too late.
Why
I had to change the flights. Because as of yesterday, I said, "Are you in or are you out?" I need to know.
Right.
It's not easy.
Who are you going to bring with you, JD?
JD has stepped in. He's going to fill in, and that's that. And we're doing a rotation. We're going to take whoever wants to come.
Who do you have in mind? Like, in other words, let's say JD.
Like Regis.
Anybody and everybody.
It's like the Regis show, like Kelly Ripa's in audition.
Anybody who wants to go from the show.
I think Jason would be great.
Do you think people want to see Jason on stage?
I actually have gotten a lot of people on Twitter saying that they would
want to see Jason.
Tracy, I think, would be huge.
They want to see Tracy.
I would love to see Tracy.
What's Tracy going to do on stage?
Just fucking yell at this guy, yell at Ronnie the whole time for all I care.
Come out and say douche and all that kind of stuff. That's more than Scott does.
Listen, and that's
Tracy's got an act.
Yeah, I mean, compared to Scott, she does.
And that's
Is there anyone you would reject from here? In other words, let's say. Oh, I don't know. I'm trying to think of somebody who's sort of...
Steve
Brandano.
No, I would take Steve.
You would take Steve?
Yeah, because he hosts the intern show. People know who he is.
I see. Well, it's true. I mean, who the fuck is Scott?
We're going to do a thing called... We're going to do a thing called...
kind of a nobody.
So I got rid of this. So I got rid of his problem, and I made it easy for him.
We're going to do a thing called Mystery Guest.
Go ahead.
In each city we do, we're just going to say it's the Running Man Block Party with Shuli, blah 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 blah. The
But what if the mystery guest? But what if the mystery guest is JD? Shouldn't you advertise that?
No,
because people love JD.
You don't know who's coming.
You don't know.
You don't know who's coming.
It's a grab bag.
Yep.
Right.
I don't know who made him boss.
Would you have Richie Balinson come?
I think we might have to draw the line at Richie Balinson.
Richie Balinson is the guy who installs the radio.
The installer to the stars.
Right. You wouldn't have him. No one wants to see him on stage.
Yeah.
What about?
Look, I tried to talk to Scott yesterday morning alone.
Would you take Ross Zapin?
I can't imagine me on stage going, "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Ross Zapin."
Why not? It's the same thing.
I would love to see what the reaction is.
Would you take any of the guys from Howard TV, like Scott the
Phelan, I'd take it a second. He's a fucking party.
But do you think people know Phelan?
Yeah, they know him as Drunk Cam. They know him as
Drunk Cam?
Yeah.
Boy, Scott, there's a lot of people.
And all these people, by the way...
Would you take Scott's intern on the road? No.
Rafia?
No. Yeah.
I'd take her in a second.
Rafia?
Oh, yeah.
You're saying...
She could tell all Scott stories on stage. It'd be great.
It'd be like having him there.
Yeah, and then he won't scold her and punish her afterwards.
Wow.
I try to talk to Scott alone yesterday morning and say, dude, what are you doing? Man, you go out, you have a good time. It's a weekend. You get away. You have fun. You're with the guys.
Think you pay them to get away.
I could understand if you were getting $200, $300. You know,
he has this thing in his head. He doesn't trust Shuli. That's what it is.
They keep changing things. They don't inform me of things.
What if Shuli?
What have we not informed you on?
What are we changing?
So I found out from somebody, a friend, that he goes, so you're doing a barbecue in Toronto? I go, a barbecue in Toronto? When?
The barbecue, the meet and greet we're doing in Toronto went up 2 days ago.
That
Scott.
was just added.
2 days ago.
I found out about it also. But you weren't going, so why would we tell you?
No, I'm just telling you, things happen. I'm like, really?
Well, what happened beside the barbecue? Because as these guys explained, the barbecue, whatever that is,
it's a meet and greet. Usually we do a meet and greet at the club
before the show.
Before the show.
You know,
but for some reason they can't do it there. So this guy, whoever this guy is organizing this thing,
you're gonna have a barbecue.
He's doing a barbecue meet and greet in the afternoon.
Why do you care about? Why do you even want to know about that?
Right.
If I got it,
what's the difference if you meet and greet at the barbecue or you meet and greet at the club? What is the difference to you? Why should they bother you with that?
Free food, no matter what, Scott.
You're gonna have You're gonna go away and have a barbecue. Yeah.
You got to ask. This is so good. This is so funny because I thought it was so insulting. They did offer Scott the opportunity to make extra money in Toronto. Can you explain that, Shuli?
Yeah, I had a whole thing. Scott doesn't even know about this.
Yeah, see, I don't ever know about anything. That's the problem.
Well, this one I wanted to leave a surprise, and it wasn't something that you would be forced to do. But look, Scott wants more money, so I said, you know what? With all the airplay we've gotten the last couple of weeks, maybe people would be interested in trying to dunk Scott in a dunk tank.
Right.
So I told the guy, look into renting a dunk tank for this meet and greet.
Right.
Figure, line people up,
That's
$10
good.
a throw.
Does he get
Scott
the people
keeps
the money?
every fucking penny.
Right.
And
you'd probably pay a couple of bucks to.
I'd shove him out of the way to get in the fucking dunk tank to make that money. I got a 2-year-old, man.
He's still not getting it about the money. It wasn't about.
Of course, it's about money.
No, it's not. I'm just
Scott,
walking away from the money. Why would it be about the money?
Because you want
if I'm walking
an even
away
split.
from the money.
You're afraid Shuli's
now it's
getting
a matter of a principle.
I thought it was an even split. That's the problem.
All right, so let's
and then when I asked to see,
you live with the fact
when I asked to see the financials, I got a guy that went crazy on me. It's like, how dare I?
Why did you just show him the financials?
I'll show it to him. I got no problem showing it to him. I just think it's
insulting.
I did. I have. I think it's very.
Let him see it. Print it out for him and let him look it over.
I think a guy who sits there on stage like a fucking lamp on a nightstand and then gets a fucking fat check at the end of the weekend and then comes to me and goes, I'd like to see the expense report. And I go, why? And then he tries to act like he's doing everything for everybody else.
Shuli, I got to blame you a little bit in this.
Go ahead, that's fine.
Because when he yelled at me...
Show it to him. And then be done with it. What do you care if you're not doing anything wrong?
I'm not, and believe me, I am done with it.
Just say here's what we brought in, and here's what we paid out.
The guy sits here and talks about he wants respect. He gives none.
Right.
He doesn't respect you don't respect what I fucking do.
He did call you a hack comic.
Exactly. You don't respect what I fucking do. And I got news for you. I can go to school and learn what you do. You can never fucking learn what I do. You understand?
I can learn.
There's a bit. No, I get a year from now. Go up and do fucking an hour. Go up and do 10 minutes and get laughs without somebody writing something for you.
You can learn what I do, but you couldn't do what I do.
That's right, because I'm a grateful, appreciative human being.
Okay.
I couldn't do what you do.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, you're right. I could. Now that I think about it.
Wow. Well, so
when he said, I'm not showing it to you, how dare you ask for the financials? I'm like, well, what are you hiding? That's what made me think they're hiding something.
He's got a point. Show it to him.
He's so full of shit.
Right.
It's too late now.
First of all, I didn't approach him like that. I said, Scott, I walked in very calmly. I said, Scott, was there a problem with the weekend? Are you not happy with what you got? No, I'm fine with what I got. Okay, well then, why are you asking to see the expense report?
Can I ask you a question? I heard through the grapevine you're trying to organize Scott the Engineer's block party.
No, that was a joke. It was like the Black Cloud tour. That was, I just...
Yeah, why don't you organize Scott the Engineer block party?
No, I have no interest in that.
That'd be good. A competing block party.
I don't want to do that.
Now he has no interest.
Just grab a few hack comics and get it done.
Show him how it's done.
I never had any interest in doing my own...
I got names of some other 2-bit comics if you want to...
Don't you have a whole pack of 2-bit comics you hang around with?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sal just ran it. Sal, say what you just said. Howard, Scott already offered Richard and myself the Black Cloud tour.
I just said that. I said that was a joke. That was a joke.
That would sound like a joke to me.
I went into those guys and said, you want to do the Black Cloud tour? I wasn't...
Yeah. But okay, listen. That's good.
Sal just said privately in his office it was a joke?
Yeah, I went... Oh, please.
Get it?
I'm not a comedian. That's
See, dude, you can't talk about anything around here without anybody finding out.
I'm not a comedian, so obviously that wasn't a good joke.
Well, anyway, it's the end of...
It sucks.
It's still a Ronnie's block party, but you're upset.
No more Scott.
Yeah.
You like going out with Scott.
Yeah, like, he's my friend.
Right.
Unfortunately, he's leaving. No, he left. He quit.
And
you got to hear this letter.
I was fired. How many times was I fired?
No, you weren't fired. You quit this time.
Scott, I fired you on the air, and then we had the meeting last week, and we agreed to move forward. You agreed with me that you were okay with the plan.
If Shuli shows you how much they took in and how much they put out,
I think
would you?
I don't think he'd be happy. I really don't.
I think he just doesn't want to be a part of it.
Does he want to take the $3 to $5? What was it? $5 to $800 and split it 3 ways? Is that really important?
That wasn't
Great question.
If it's $500 to $800, what I would do is give it to Shuli anyway because he's going to do an hour on stage.
I thought that we were all getting equal amount.
Evidently, you're not.
We're not. I told you that a long time ago.
You didn't tell me that a long time.
I did tell you that. I kept telling you it's not a partnership.
But he wants to know what
Shuli gets more. I said, I don't care that Shuli gets more.
Ronnie's thrilled he's just getting a couple of grand. I mean, it's a huge amount of money. I don't get. You're turning down $2,500 weekends on your salary?
Plus, he can get more if we do really well. Like Shuli said, if we get extra and there's a bump up, he gets extra money. We all get extra money.
And we got bigger shit lined up. We got poker tournaments and casinos that want us. We got Jamaica, a weekend in Jamaica with fans. And this is...
What do you think?
This is a price range that's out of the price range that we're in now. I've told you this.
With these guys.
I've told you this. The long-term plan. Didn't I tell you that? Didn't I say there's a goal here?
Yes.
And I got to beg this fucking guy to put money in his pocket. I got to kiss his ass.
Really? You're walking away from all this? Tour to Jamaica? I mean, you're going to just sit there like a lummox and eat, and you're going to get even more money.
And drink at the pool.
And the thing that burns me up the most, Howard, is he quit again. He keeps doing this shit. And
this is like the third time.
I've never quit anything. I've come out on stage to do 10 minutes with Artie and Philly, and 4 minutes into it, 3,000 people turned and wanted to kill me.
Right.
And I stayed up there to do my 10 fucking minutes.
Right.
Because I'm not bailing early. I'm not quitting on that shit.
Right.
That's what you asked me to do. That's what I'm doing. You're not. It's not like you would have worked Toronto and come home with nothing. You would have got paid. You would have made money.
I know that.
But you just.
All right, he's out.
He's out.
He's out.
I had to make changes.
Like
crazy, but he's
working
out.
on the weekends. I
think he has such a good time on the weekends at home that he
can't
wants
handle
to.
it.
Right.
The only thing I thought was wrong with the whole thing right now, I know he quit. That's his prerogative to quit.
Right.
But he was booked on the Toronto tour. He should have said, listen, I'm going to do Toronto because you're on the bill.
That's true.
And
I can't argue with that.
I'm done after that. The guy who booked us there is pissed as shit. He sent his letter to Shuli yesterday. You got to see this thing.
That's not right, Scott.
You want me to do Toronto?
I wanted you to do Toronto when I came to you yesterday and the day before.
Do you want him to do Toronto? Stop whining.
I just.
Do you want him to do it or not?
I got to find out if they got. I got to find out if they got JD's ticket yet. If they didn't get JD's ticket yet,
he's driving Shuli
got
nuts
JD's ticket.
You know, I don't need this fucking shit, man.
Is the guy in Toronto happy that JD's coming?
Yeah, everybody's happy that we're coming.
All right, so then forget Scott.
I'm fine.
Surely they did get his ticket because I got an updated itinerary yesterday.
Well, there you go.
It says that JD's
so then
leaving on
Scott, it's too late. He's already gone crazy doing it.
Okay. Well, I just thought that we.
But you did the wrong thing there. When you commit to going to Toronto, you go. You go. That you should have done. But if somebody here mentioned a three-way split, then Scott's right. But you could have opened the books to him, showed him what was going on, that you get 500 to 800 more. Maybe he would have been okay with it. Who knows? But all right, he's out now.
He wants to split that up too.
Right.
All right.
Robin, when
that's it.
There's an agreement that we were.
I'm not going to talk to you about this.
Scott, I think
wait a minute. When you have an agreement, and then somebody doesn't go by that agreement and just starts.
But why is it out of the three of us?
No one knows about that better than I do, Scott. But I'll tell you what. I think you're cutting off your nose to spite your face.
And why is it out of the three of us, you're the only one who's aware of this agreement?
That's a question because everyone out here is asking. Explain to me, Scott, exactly what the agreement is, because you say it was, Shuli says it wasn't, Ronnie says it wasn't. So I don't understand. I'm trying to figure out what exactly you guys, did you say, let's go on the road together, or did you say, let's go on the road together and split everything equally? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
We in the beginning, me and Ronnie had a number, and we gave it to him. And then after one or two gigs, Shuli came to us, listen, we're not making money. If we all agree to take the same amount, this X amount of dollars going forward. We think we can make something work.
Right.
I said, okay.
So at that point, he said, let's all agree to take the same. But now that it's doing better, he wants a little more.
Yeah, but that was never explained to me.
All right. Well,
I mean,
there you go.
In all fairness,
right.
Scott. But in all fairness, Scott.
Here's my problem with the whole thing. When this started out, Scott could have said, I'll handle managing, because he doesn't do anything else.
Right.
He could have said, I'll handle the books.
All right, I don't do anything.
You don't
anywhere. I don't do anything
really?
anywhere.
I mean, I don't know what you do.
And that way, you guys.
I tried to do comedy. I tried to do comedy. They wouldn't stand for it. They wouldn't let me finish.
Well, the audience was more against it than we were, Scott. In all fairness.
All right, guys. Listen, I'm going to sum this up. Here it is, Robin. Now you're going to know
what the book said if he was doing that.
The answer is Ronnie's block party, as we knew it, is now Ronnie's block party with guests who will accompany these guys.
The mystery block party.
The mystery block party. Scott the engineer is out.
It's a mystery why people are buying tickets to this show.
Right. I don't know why anyone's involved with this in the first place. I don't know how this is even going on.
It's the funniest business
It
ever.
really is.
I think our fans have lost their mind. Having to go sit and watch Ronnie yell on stage at women to take their tops off is crazy. But look,
They
people
love it,
seem
man.
to love it.
They do.
According to him, they love it.
They do.
And if
Surely?
he wouldn't,
Do
and
they
if
love it?
If they absolutely do, and if Scott wouldn't have missed that Chicago Arizona weekend, and we brought JD with us, like Scott would have leverage in this situation by the means that I don't know if people want to see somebody else. Maybe they are coming just to see Scott. But with the fact that we used JD and we saw the turnout and the energy and the way the show went, I mean that was
so
kinda...
JD is in Toronto.
Here's a perfect example. A quick example. Chicago and Arizona, he didn't go to. Okay.
Right.
We did really well there.
Right.
And everybody got more money. He would have got more money too.
Right. He doesn't trust.
I'm not going to go through the numbers.
Scott doesn't trust.
He just doesn't
Scott
trust.
doesn't trust
I'm not
that
gonna
he's
go
really getting as much as he should.
He asked me to write up a contract last week.
He did?
Yeah. He asked me.
You're going to write up a contract? What are you, a lawyer?
Yeah, he wants me. On top of everything else I'm fucking doing, he wants me to have a contract written up stating what he's going to make, so we don't run into this problem
Well,
again.
if it keeps changing, the more we make, the more you take. If it keeps changing, then why should I believe that it's not going to change again when there's more money?
Of course, it's going to change. It depends on how much everybody makes because.
There's overhead, there's expenses, there's hotels.
He wants to see it. He wants to see what's
I know.
I don't want to see. I don't give a shit.
I know there's
Give
expenses.
me my check at the end of the week and I'm happy. I go home.
All right.
That's what I got in it for.
Okay.
To hang out.
You can't believe
That's
you're
all.
getting a check.
I'm happy. I'm thrilled.
I just thought there was an agreement, and then all of a sudden there wasn't an agreement. It was different, and I wasn't consulted. And
Do
I
you
thought
understand that you're the only one who has this understanding?
I'm a pain in the ass.
No,
So-
you have an understanding that nobody else has.
Do you understand that?
No.
All right, boys. I don't know how to resolve this other than
I don't know either. I tried to talk to him
It's
yesterday
resolved.
alone.
Scott's off.
It is resolved.
Scott's sitting home.
Ronnie, I know you're upset. You like going out on the road with
Now
Scott.
I get to mow the lawn every weekend.
Right.
So what's wrong with that?
So Scott doesn't seem all that broken up about it.
I guess not.
No, I'm not. I told you.
He makes enough money here. He
I
doesn't
do.
need any
I
extra.
made a ton.
All right.
So.
What can I say?
Well, there he goes. You guys are upset because he's turning down $2,500 a weekend, and you're like, holy mackerel. He's like committing suicide. He's like with Jackie. I know the feeling. I sat down with Jackie on a private jet coming home from Vegas while Jackie was stuffing himself with shrimp cocktails and drinking and everything else. And he said to me, I don't know. I think this is my last trip. I go, really? He goes, yeah, my contract's coming up, and I think there's going to be a lot of problems.
And how many times did you think to yourself?
And then I went, well, what problem is there? You're making millions. Millions. Millions.
Right.
I go, you have no idea. People in radio don't. Well, we're the Beatles, and I think, I could be doing a lot of other things, like punching up scripts. I go, who's going to hire you to punch up a script? Oh, you'll see.
You should have punched him up.
He told me, you held me back. I said, I held you back how? At the Friars Club, they don't want to put me on a roast. I go, why would they do that? They don't like you, so they don't like me. I go, really?
Everything is back to you.
Yeah, and then I go, well, and you know what? You're making a lot of money, and I feel like I'm a huge part of that. I go, you are a huge part of that. Yeah, but I should make a lot, and you should open your books to me. He started in with that. He goes, on the E, when they add a market or they add a market in syndication, I should get more. So if you tell me, and each market I want $25,000, and then I go, whoa, really? You think in each market you should get more? You're making a fortune. I said, do you know I can do the show without you? I'm not doubting you can do the show without me, but if this is going to go on, books have got to be open. Oh, okay. Goodbye.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel.
But Jackie and I never had the understanding that there was going to be a three-way split.
Well, it seems to be the same thing here. Jackie had an understanding of what should be that nobody else did.
Yeah, he had his own understanding.
I swear.
And he did. Fred makes more than me, Robin makes more than me, and I'm just in. And I go, you don't even know what Fred and Robin make. I don't know what Fred and Robin make. How would you know that they make more than you? I know. I go, you don't know. You don't know what Robin makes, and you don't know what Fred makes.
And that's the thing, you know. It just, I can imagine you sitting there and in your head going, what the fuck is going on with this guy?
I said, I can't imagine another writer, whether television or radio, that makes the millions he makes. I'm talking about, you know, like on Jay Leno's staff.
Yeah.
Jay Leno has 16 writers. I don't think any of them were making millions. I don't think on David Letterman, I don't even think his executive producer makes millions.
I know comics who write jokes and send it in for his monologue
How
and
much?
get made $50,
Yeah,
$20.
$50. Yeah, that's what I said. Well, how about we pay you what? I'll pay you the best rate in the business. I'll pay you $50 a joke. You know, and then if you write 10 jokes, you get $500 whole dollars.
I was talking to a guy the other day. He just started doing stand-up. He's doing it a year. I said, how do you like it? He goes, I just hope to be able to make $25 a night here in the city.
Right, $25 a night. And when I met Jackie, he was making $50 at a bachelor party.
Right. And I'm insulting him.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, I don't need it, dude. I listen.
All right, so Scott, it's over. It's over.
That's it.
Well, you seem okay with it.
It seems like a reasonable conclusion to this whole thing to Scott.
All right. Okay, guys. All right. It's over, everybody. That's what I'm trying to establish.
Everybody move on.
Yeah.
Block Party is reborn.
Block Party is a whole new block party. JD's the man now all of a sudden.
Or maybe someone else.
Right.
It's a mystery guest.
Yeah, the mystery guest.
Maybe a mystery guest.
But by the way, you remember how JD was like not into this at all at first?
Right.
We had to totally twist his arm to do it. He's now running. You know, he's sending me texts at 2 in the morning while we're on the road.
You know why? He went out on the road with you guys.
He got a taste of it.
He probably got paid $2,500 like Scott does.
And he got hooked up with girls.
And he had a life, yeah.
He got laid 2 nights in a row.
Yeah, two.
Well, I don't know if he got laid.
We don't know if he got laid, but there was some sort of activity with girls.
Fun with 2 different girls.
Right.
That he still talks to, I know.
That he's still talking to.
Yeah.
Where is that mush mouth?
I love him.
I mean, you know, here, in with the new...
And he already said to me, he goes, I'm going on the L.A. trip because we're booked in L.A. in September. We got two big venues in L.A.
Hey, what is it with you that all of a sudden now what turned it around for you?
Mr. Block Party.
That you're now Mr. Block Party. What happened? Could you spend an hour getting the headphones on?
He can't swallow a pretzel.
I'm sorry, they're new headphones.
He can't put on headphones.
Well, they're new. What do you want from me?
They're no different than the other ones.
No, they are. Yes, they are.
All right.
Take them out of the wrapper.
Look how big this thing is. Yeah, listen, I am not big on...
I already think you're way more entertaining than Scott.
I'm not big on traveling and stuff.
Right, who is?
But, you know, it's definitely fun to be with Ronnie.
You got girls.
I will say I had a lot... it was a better time with Ronnie than it was with Scott.
Right.
So, I mean, I love Scott, but, you know, he's not Ronnie. He's no party.
So you're into it. I mean, you were texting Shirley, I want in on the block party.
Well, I mean, I saw the tweets and stuff of them out in San Francisco, and, you know, it is a good time to hang out with them.
We went to him yesterday, Toronto, because Scott quit.
Yeah.
He's there. No argument like with Chicago and Arizona.
Well, my demands were met, so, you know, why not?
Your demands were met, all right. 2 hot chicks. Your demands were met.
So you think you'll be meeting new chicks in the big Toronto trip?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah? What do you mean? How do you know?
Because I got girls on Twitter already tweeting me to bring JD instead of Scott, so they're waiting for him.
It's like this Twitter pimp.
Wow.
Yep.
They're waiting for him to meet him.
Yeah. No bullshit,
It's
dude.
unbelievable.
It's unreal. Howard, at one point I'm backstage, Ronnie and JD are on stage in Chicago, and there is like 20 chicks with their hands, like the Beatles, with their hands up running to the front of the stage. And I'm going, in what world do chicks run up to these two guys
surreal.
like that?
Very surreal.
Wow. Yeah, no wonder you want to be on the tour.
It's all right.
And you get money.
Surely you don't even pay him.
Well, come on. Then I quit.
Now, will he get what Scott got? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And he'll get bumped up if we make more money. He's going to get bumped up just like I will and everybody else will.
You'll have a girlfriend in Toronto, a girlfriend in Chicago, a girlfriend in, where was the other place?
San Diego.
And soon to be Jamaica.
Well, I don't know about Jamaica.
Oh, we got Rhode Island, we got Long Island, we got New Jersey.
Yeah, Long Island's
all
a little
coming
closer
up next,
to home.
That's all next month.
Yeah. Do you know about any of these girls that want to meet you that Ronnie's talking about?
Listen,
he knows.
He does?
You know.
How does he know?
He keeps it quiet. He knows.
He's quiet. He can't talk.
Look at this team. I mean, who wouldn't pay money to see these two? In a second.
So you all set for Toronto? Do you know what you're going to do on stage?
I mean, nothing with Ronnie.
I hope he does this.
I gotta say, when we get together backstage,
yeah,
and we put things together just like that, boom. And
you guys just sort of improvise.
And we do it.
Yeah,
we do.
Well, I sort of go after Ronnie's lead. It is Ronnie's block party, so I just sort of follow his lead. There is sort of one thing that.
Can you imagine 10 years from now, JD's paying child support in 10 different countries?
He's like ODB.
That ain't happening.
Why don't you eat a pretzel on stage? That was funny yesterday when you eat a pretzel
and
then talk. You put shit in his mouth and let him talk.
Eat a pretzel and read Ronnie's winter poem.
Okay, here I am with a bag of chips in my mouth. Okay, now
These are his impressions.
I'm going to put my mouth full of watermelon and do sliced alone.
Wow. It's crazy. All right. Well, good luck, boys, on the road. And
thanks,
JD,
man.
good
it's
luck.
all because of you anyway, so.
Oh, there you go. Thank you. Could the mystery guest?
Considers himself quite a
We'll
draw.
Let me ask you a last
Hey, can
question.
we take you one weekend?
No, I'll be the mystery guest.
He's the mystery guest.
Could the mystery guest ever be Scott the engineer? Like, would that ever happen, you think? Like, all of a sudden he shows up?
Why not?
Why not?
It could be. All right. Wow, that'd be crazy.
Can you imagine that now, instead of taking $2,500,
He's getting nothing.
he's going to sit at home and get nothing.
And mow the lawn.
And then JD's going to have $2,500 plus
girls.
chicks.
Well, this is a big Jerry Maguire moment. He showed us. He walked out. He grabbed his goldfish.
Yeah, well, you know what? He'll
That's
show
right.
you. Wait till there's a Scott the Engineer block party.
Yeah, I love how everything's a joke when he gets busted for it.
Right.
You know, I was pranking you guys.
He's a
Don't you
comedian.
get- yeah.
Cloud tour.
Yeah, it was just some fun and games.
Because Ronnie heard about that he went to Sal and Richard and offered that, and Ronnie was not happy about that.
Right.
No, I felt that.
Yeah, he was undermining
Yeah,
it.
really. I thought it was
Yeah,
really wrong.
And he
I
could
thought
do it
was
with
my
you.
friend,
If
but I
he
guess
really
not.
wants to do it, he could do it with you guys.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you.
All right, man.
All right,
Thank
JD,
you.
good luck, man.
Thank you.
How many girls do you have lined up from in Toronto? Like right now?
Couple.
A couple?
Yeah, at least a
Two
couple.
or three?
Maybe three.
Three?
Maybe more. Who knows? You know, you don't know who's. There's a lot. I know
It's
there's a
just
lot of
been
girls showing
announced,
up in
yeah.
Toronto.
Ever
Because
since he
I'm
did
getting-
well on that ugly app, he's
I see him.
No.
What's that?
Ever since he
I
did
don't
well
wanna
on that
talk-
ugly
I won't
app.
talk about that.
What, the ugly app?
He doesn't like that. You know.
I won't. I don't even
Ugly
bring
app
that
beat
up.
out Angry Birds is number
I
one.
know, whatever. Good
Yeah.
luck to him. I hope he puts his kid through college. It's great.
All right. All
By the
right,
way,
boys.
Howard, I just want to tell you, last week when I fired Scott on the air, I got an email when I got back to my desk from Grillo.
What did he say?
Grillo wants on the
He wants in?
The email said, I can do 5 minutes and I don't complain.
Is Grillo someone you'd consider taking out on
Why
the road?
not? We let him go up and
Grillo
do
hasn't
3,
been
5
with the show
minutes.
for like 20 years or something.
Yeah, well, you give it a shot.
But he's associated, so it could be even like KC could end up on the
Yeah,
show.
right.
Yeah.
Definitely, for sure.
Right.
KC.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely. Doors wide open, man. It's like a variety show, this thing.
King of All Blacks, you're on the air.
Yeah, Howard, I think that the money is a distraction. I think that his wife told him that he wants him home on the weekends. And so
I don't know. She's got to want money, too. I think she's probably angry about this.
I don't know.
You know, everyone used to blame, like when my situation with Jackie or something, they blame like Jackie's wife and stuff. But point is, it was Jackie.
Right.
You know what I mean? Jackie had to have a brain in his head, too.
Yeah, well, you got to
No
figure.
woman ever told me what to do in business.
Yeah, you got
I
to
figured it out for myself.
The final decision's got to be his, right?
Right.
Well, at the end of the
I'll
day.
be a mystery guest.
What's that?
I'll be a mystery guest.
Yeah, we don't have black people on the tour. Sorry. Thanks, King.
Wow. That's pretty harsh.
Yeah.
You don't need the money, man.
King of All Blacks could be on the tour.
Absolutely.
He doesn't need the money. He's got
I love him.
All right. Thank you, King. All right, boys. Enough of
Thanks,
this.
man.
People write me letters. Don't talk about Ronnie's block party.
All right.
Scott, it's over, Johnny.
My name is not Johnny.
I'm sorry, it's over, Scotty.
Well, I don't know if you got
This controversy sort of went out with a whimper.
Well, what am I going to do?
That he's still talking.
Well, Did any part of you think, let me just suck it up, it's extra cash, or your principles are just too strong this time?
I have strong principles.
I'm going on the LA trip.
And you just figured that Shuli's doing some shady things behind the scenes, maybe with that Sequoia character as well, and there's a huge lack of trust for you.
What happened? Listen, I don't know what was going on, but they wouldn't tell me what was going on, so I don't know. So obviously, I don't know what was going on. You know, when somebody doesn't want to tell you what's going on, then they already put suspicion on themselves. So
they are. Yes, they are.
I don't know. I don't think I was asking for a lot. In other words, that could have. Well, it all just backfired according to everybody else. But I mean, you know, if I asked for equal, which I thought I deserved, I thought we all deserved equal, then we could make $10 one weekend, and then I'd be out all that money. That was kind of a gamble on my part as well. So I don't see where I'm doing it for the money. I'm walking away from all that money. So I guess my principles are too strong. Right?
Are the Jackie comparisons unfounded? Do you believe that they're accurate?
Forget Jackie. All right, they have nothing to do. He didn't have an agreement with Howard. Howard had nothing to do with it. I thought I had an agreement with these guys. I thought we were three together in this. We promote, we do, you know, nobody does more than anybody else. Shuli goes out for more, 15 minutes more on stage than me and Ronnie. I don't know. I don't see where the comparison is. We're on the road the same amount of time. We're at the venues. We're at the meet and greets. I don't think anybody does any more than anybody else. We do all the promotion. We do it all here. I don't understand where one person thinks he deserves more than another person. Okay, we all did equally. So that's a problem with me. So I don't understand that. That's all.
Plus, your phone charges have to be through the roof with all the roaming.
Oh my God!
The data use.
Oh my God! I got to use my phone. It's wear and tear on the phone. I'm going to have to get another phone. I mean, really, they don't pay that expense.
Scott, in all seriousness, how many hundreds or thousands of dollars away are you guys from an agreement? Like, how much could he throw at you?
It's not a lot, and I'm trying to tell you, it's not the money. I'm trying to tell you that it's not a lot. So it's just a point of me being fair. It's just about being fair.
About justice.
So I don't think they were being fair, and that's
the American way.
If that is my fault, I mean a fault of mine, that I wanted things to be fair because I thought we started this together, and we built it together. All of a sudden, somebody decides, hey, we're making a lot more money. Let me go in the cash register before everybody gets to count it. And I think that's what happened. So, you want to come and discuss among us. All of a sudden, you're giving yourself a raise. I don't know who made him boss anyway. So, whatever. That's the way it is. And they don't, want to talk about things. They, want to go ahead, like I said on the air, they book things without me knowing. Scott, we're going to prop you up, and you have to be here, and you have to be here, and you have to be here. I don't work for him. I thought it was like we worked together. All of a sudden, he was the boss. That's not going to happen. I don't work for him. So,
if honesty and integrity are wrong, then you don't want to be right.
Whatever. I was just thought it would be fair for everybody.
Shuli.
Yes, sir.
It seems finally we've established some resolution in the matter.
Yeah, we have some closure finally. Long overdue.
So the Jackie comparisons rang true for you?
That's all I could think about when this whole thing was going on was, I imagine this is what it must have been like dealing with Jackie. Like, it's somebody that is just never happy. They're never going to be happy, I could open every figure to him that he wants. It's still, he's going to find something to complain about and bitch about. I don't need it. I don't need to fucking have it.
Sorry, you still maintain that he's getting the fairest shake he could possibly get for what he brings to the...
For what he brings to the table, he's well over fair. He's well over fair, and that's really my point in all this is, there's guys who are bringing much more to the table, who are making much less, and they got nothing to cry about. They're not bitching. They're not asking to see this and that. He's doing very well, and it's not enough for him. And the bottom line is he doesn't trust me. And I'm not going to work with somebody who doesn't trust me. And he's a quitter. I don't deal with quitters. I don't do that, You do it, you do it.
Now you move on, and now you move north.
Yeah, we're going to Toronto. JD stepped up to the plate. He is a team player. He enjoys being there. He enjoys the party, and so does Ronnie. And the vibe, really, with those two was excellent. It was probably my favorite weekend that we've done so far. So, you know, look, I'm excited. I'm just glad this is over with. I've been stressing with this for the last few weeks, and it's just been making me nuts. And I got enough shit in my life. You know, this guy's life's almost over. I don't know what the fuck he's worried about. You know, mine's just starting. I got a fucking kid to raise. You know, and I gotta fucking hold this guy's hand through life. I'm tired of holding people's hands. I just want to hold my hand. That's all.
JD, now you become a permanent fixture on this tour. You're the permanent replacement.
I guess. I don't know.
Your first few forays into the block party world were extremely successful. Do you feel pressure to maintain this success?
Of course.
How do you plan on combating
that's almost that's probably the one of the reasons why I'm a little hesitant to go out and do all the shows, because then I put pressure on myself that if they don't sell out, then I'm like fucking or something, you know what I mean? So if they're not a success,
in your wildest, I feel terrible. Nearly 10 years ago, you started here as an intern. In your wildest dreams, did you ever see yourself being a money-making act on the road?
No, I did not. I still don't. I don't. You know.
We'll start to believe it, mister, because it's happening.
I guess.
Ron.
Yeah.
Let's talk block party.
Let's talk it.
Let's talk future.
All right.
Finally, some resolution for your boy Scott. Not the one you'd hoped for.
I'm not happy about it, believe me. I don't know if he believes me, because I know he doesn't trust Shuli. So I don't even know if he trusts me, to be honest with you. You can't work in an environment like that when you don't trust somebody. I don't know how he, you know, whatever. Shuli told him he makes more money than him. I don't understand it, but I tried. I tried to talk to him yesterday, alone with me and him, and he's just got this thing in his head now, and that's it. And I think, to be honest with you, I think he's sorry. I don't know. I'm not sure, but I don't know. I mean, I'd love to see it turn around, but right now for the Toronto trip, they already booked his plane ticket. We took a hit. We're going to lose money because of him not coming now, because they already booked his plane ticket. So he gets his plane ticket. You know, it's good for a year, you know, and he does what he wants with it, but we're the ones that have to pay for it out of the money from the weekend, you know, so I'm not happy about it. But the show must go on, as they say. And we'll you know, I like the idea of this mystery guest thing, you know, bringing different people on the tour. Let fans see different people from the show. Be great. We could even bring Penthouse girls that have been on the show. We could bring Rick's girls that, you know, that have been on the show. We could bring, you know, anybody who's associated. We could bring as a mystery guest. I think it would be cool.
Are Scott's fears and lack of trust justified in your opinion, or is he just being completely over the top?
Dude, and I'm being totally honest. If I cared that much, I would be in the same position, asking to see breakdowns and all that shit. I mean, my name is on it, okay? Plain and simple. It's the Ronnie Munn Block Party. But to me, it's fun. I'm not looking at it as a fucking business like the way he's looking at it. I'm looking at it. You go out on the weekend, and like I'm telling you, you've been to our block parties in the beginning. Even in the beginning, when we weren't selling shit tickets, people still came to see us. They were thrilled, right or wrong. You were there, and they. Rob, the other count, he goes on our road trips with us. He could tell you, man, people, they love seeing us. They love sitting there. They love taking pictures. They love hanging out. They love having a drink with us. They love the show, even though, you know, sometimes it's a train wreck, but whatever. People love that we come.
So you do it for the love and for the fun, and you make some money that's secondary, and it's great.
And some money, it's a good weekend's pay, man.
Right, that's the other thing. He's throwing away a lot of cash right now.
I don't understand it, but you'll have to ask him.
You can only lead a horse to water. You can't force him to drink.
I tried to make him drink yesterday, but it didn't work, obviously. He's got this hang-up with Shuli, man, about money.
He's acting more like a big bald mule than a horse.
Well, what can I say?
The show must go on, and it will.
Yeah, we got, you know, JD's coming to Toronto. They already booked his plane ticket and canceled it. Well, not canceled his, but he does have a plane ticket. You know,
got that going for him. He's got a flight credit.
Yeah, he's got a flight credit on Air Canada. Whether he'll ever use it or not, who knows?
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Hey, it's Gary Dell'Abate, Baba Booey. On Monday's wrap-up show, we had Lisa G in. She talked about this event she announced. She's going to do a sweet and greet where you can come meet her and eat cupcakes and drink soft drinks and that whole sort of thing. And then her and Benji started to mix it up because Benji said she's using the show for her own gain, which is exactly what Lisa had accused him of. Here's what happened.
In the news today, we heard that Lisa G will be doing a meet and greet, or sweet and greet, I believe she called it, and only for women and limited to an audience of 22. And Lisa, that was met with some serious feedback there.
I know. Well, first of all, the space is small and it only allows that much. So that's why. And I just wanted to see how it would go. I mean, if it's just me and Marianne from Brooklyn, they're eating brownies, then that's the way it's going to be. I was prepared for that.
Well, is this a seminar, chat, a talk, or is it
chat? Just whatever you want to do. Just come and.
I mean, is it a cocktail party sort of thing?
Kind of, yes.
Or are you going to get up at some point and speak?
Only if people want me to. But my vision is sitting around, having some alcohol, soft drinks, cupcakes, desserts, and just meeting female fans who want to come and say hello. It started when, you'll probably think this is crazy, I went to my local coffee shop's appreciation night. They invited all the loyal customers. And I went, wow, this is so nice. It was small, people in the neighborhood, coffee and snacks. And then I went to America's Got Talent, and I saw tons of female fans. And then right after that, women were calling in complaining that I never stop and say hello. I'm mean. I don't care. I don't take pictures. I'm always running, going, doing reporting. And so I just put everything together and I said, why not do something for women who listen to the show with desserts? That's what I'm about.
I think it's a great idea. I got to tell you, I can't get past the fact that you don't have any more activity to do in your life that you went to your local coffee shop's fan appreciation night.
I know. It was so nice. I'm there every weekend. I really like the owner. I love the friends that I've met. I don't know. It's a very New York thing, I guess.
There's one thing to be having a get-together, but you're charging $103.49 for this. So it's not a free get-together. How did you come up with that price point?
A combination of things. One is, the room rental, listening to what other people on the show, what they charge. And that's really how I came up with it. Look,
but do you think there's an expectation? Certainly, I would imagine for the 22 people come, you'd sign anything they want, you take a picture with them. But is there anything else? Can I get a piece of Lisa G's kilt or something?
No, but I will be making a lot of desserts.
Oh, so we'll get some Lisa G desserts.
Yes.
I know when Benji was selling T-shirts, you accused Benji of using the show. Now, would you accuse yourself of doing that also?
Well, my issue was I could barely see you in the picture. It was an Elisa T-shirt. That's what my complaint was.
But what does it matter?
First of all, half the shirt was me, but you can look at it.
That's not the way it looks.
Or it was Benji. I'm sorry.
But Benji brings a good point. Like, why
not enough of Benji's face was in the shirt? And that's why he was using the show?
You know what, Benji? Just don't. Why are you even going there?
Because I just want to know if perhaps...
Because he's still mad at me.
If perhaps... No. I first of all, I'm one of the few people here that thinks, go for it. It could be a neat experience.
So why don't you just say that?
Because he thinks you're being hypocritical.
But no, I'm worried that you might be violating your own principles.
No, that's not what I said. I was saying that Elisa doesn't work on the show, and that the T-shirts it was about Elisa and about you trying to be a hero to her. That's what my complaint was.
But you were worried that Benji
Why are
was
we
using...
rehashing it? Why are you rehashing all this?
I think it's good hash.
God, you're so crazy.
Let me ask you. So this is I don't think they
will.
Gary?
What were you saying?
I don't think they. This is a real question.
I actually was going to say Benji brings up sort of a valid point. Where's the line? I guess of when you're using the show or not using the show.
I think if you work here, then, I would hope you would get Howard's support.
So if that was just Benji's single and then Lisa had nothing to do with it?
I would be fine with it.
Okay. So, in other words, she's accusing Elisa of using the show through you. Or are you using it for her?
You can get back.
You
You can
tell
tell
Benji
Benji
that. Yes, tell Benji that.
You can get back at Lisa when a guy's her.
I'm not trying, but
Right, it's like if I was having a dessert party for my boyfriend, and it was pretty much for him and not for me.
Well, we were both
because he had a recording career
So you're against other people doing joint projects with anybody?
that don't work on the show.
So you would be
like
against
Ronnie
you
Munn's
doing
Block Party. Everyone works on the show.
No, first of all, they don't.
For the most part, they do.
For the most part, okay. So you would be against you doing a joint project with someone else?
Benji, I'm not going to get into this vortex with you now. Anything else, guys? If not, I've got to go back to the newsroom. Anything else?
I'd like to take. Can we take a call?
Yeah.
I would take a line. It's me. Line number 2.
Warren, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, big fan. Hey, I just wanted to say, Lisa, didn't you say your life was so busy that you didn't have time to meditate, but you can find time to go to coffee shop appreciation night?
Yes, during the week I can, and also I was in my music class. I'm busy. This semester I'm not taking it, so I have some more time, and it's also the summer's coming up.
Hey, Lisa, when you say that the other guys, I'm not talking about Benji, but did the block party meet and greet, is that what made you think, hey, maybe I could do something like this?
Yeah, that too.
And how have people been...
I mean, every other word is block party this, block party that, block party that. I mean, God bless them. They're making some good money. I haven't done anything. I've been here going on 7 years. I haven't done anything, and I just think this is a nice thing to do. If no one wants to come, fine.
You sold cookies before.
Why just women? Why not open it up?
No, I haven't had any kind of event.
You sold cookies before, though.
Yeah, but I haven't had any kind of event.
Why just women? Why not open it up to everybody?
Because I felt that there really isn't a specific event for female fans.
Now, what if, will you, I don't think they will, but sometimes they do legally go after that kind of thing. Have you
who?
Like Attorney General's office.
Go after what?
Sex discrimination. Like there was a famous one in Manhattan where there was a hairdresser that said, "I won't." Oh, you think because like
no, I wasn't sure.
for using the show?
Yeah.
No, like they have gone after small businesses and stuff. For you, actually, it would be good publicity.
And don't they use go after people who make records who put other people's voices on it?
Oh my God. Are you talking about Haters, the single?
But I'm taking another phone call. George and Marilyn, you're on the wrap-up show.
No, I'm saying does
Hold on, I'll get back to you. Go ahead, George.
Yeah, I got a question for Lisa. It just seems like she's always able to point her finger at somebody else does something wrong, but when you hear her on the news or anything like that, it's always up to the star people. Lisa G in the green room with this one. Whenever there's a whack packer in there, you don't hear no part of Lisa G.
Because that's usually Shuli's turf.
So you guys are divided up where
Yeah,
you do
usually-
the entertainment stuff and he gets more of the whack packers?
Lieberman
Look, I did the royal treatment with a bunch of whack packers. That
Lieberman
was great
explained
fun.
the beats last week,
Right,
if you guys
that's true.
remember. Jason in Ohio, you're on the wrap-up show.
Yeah, this is for Lisa. Hey, if Benji's girlfriend wanted to go to your meet and greet, would you mind, or would that be a problem or anything?
No, not at all.
103.47. Nobody
49.
Nobody gets discriminated against.
Well, as like
men.
it came up, if knowing our audience, if a transgender comes, if I come in drag, if someone comes,
No, you cannot come in
But
drag.
what will you do?
I won't let you in.
A vagina's required?
Would you do any kind of like
Yes.
Olympic type test, like a
Wait a second, that allows Siobhan in.
Yes.
Dan, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, I just wanted to comment quick. I feel like everyone's attacking Lisa G here. I mean, I'm not a big Lisa G fan, but I feel like Benji is twisting it on her today. Maybe
Well, first of all, nobody's attacking Lisa at all. Benji's just saying, hey, you gave me a hard time when I use the show. How come it's not the same for you? But I don't think anybody else is attacking Lisa at all.
But I think people should do. I think this is if she can make money on it, if she can have fun doing it. I say why not do it? Like what's wrong with it?
Lisa, how did you feel when Howard reacted? Like, who's going to go to that?
Yeah,
And,
I knew it. Yeah, I was expecting it.
Does it hurt a little bit?
Yeah, it does. But like I said, I'm expecting me to be there at maybe Marianne eating brownies and getting drunk if that's the way it's going to be.
I think you'll do better than that. I do.
Well, we'll see. It would be nice if people, came, and I think it would be a very nice evening.
So I think Lisa's sort of lowering her expectations that way. If it's just you and Marianne, so be it. But if it's more, then you're happy.
Oh, it'd be great.
I get it.
Well, what is the overhead? Like you said, part of the ticket price was to the rental of the room. Like how much?
Now, do you give any money to charity, Benji?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. So what's the overhead? What's giving to charity have to do with it?
I'm just asking.
Yes, I do. I don't give a lot to charity.
No, through your recording career and the money you make on iTunes.
Oh my God! Oh my God! That's such a Jesus Christ, you've just shaken my world, that we should be doing. We should say to market it, we'll give 10% of the net proceeds to charity. What a brilliant idea!
That would be nice.
No, I don't think there's anything wrong. I think it's nice of you to give to charity, but it's purely a marketing thing that you're doing that.
No, it's a charity I'm involved with. And what charities are you involved with?
You're using the show with a joint with another business.
I would love to make some more money for Power of Pink, the organization I'm involved with.
But they don't work at the show.
It's a charity.
Oh, okay.
Gary, what's going on between these two?
This, Benji's trying to get it. Benji's the funny thing is, it's hard to get under Benji's skin, but Lisa definitely did with some of her comments, and Benji's a little stung by it. And he's going to bust her balls.
I think they're under each other's skin.
Yeah,
it's not just a one-way street.
I am someone that's supportive of people doing stuff. I'm saying Lisa was very. Gave me a lot of crap about what I've done.
Well, why don't you just tell Lisa that you think she's being a hypocrite? That's what you've been saying for the last 10 minutes. I don't know.
Sam Simon always says I use the word hypocrite wrong, so I don't know. It might be that she's not being consistent. So you're either being a hypocrite, or inconsistent.
Do you feel like you're being an inconsistent hypocrite here?
No. Mm-mm.
But, all right.
No, not at all. Anything else? Because I have to get back.
Yes, let's take one more call. We'll go to Rick in Jersey. Rick, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, Lisa.
Hey.
I want to go to your party. Why aren't you allowing men to go to your party?
Let's see how this.
I'll pay double.
Let's see how this, comes to be. Let's see how many people show up, and if it's successful, I'd love to do another one.
In fact, if you'd like to date Lisa G, you can buy the whole party and just have a one-on-one with her.
That would be great. Or just write a check to the charity. That's fine too, huh?
I'm married. I don't need another wife. I just want to go to the party. I want to see how she's cooking these little cupcakes and all the other stuff. I'm willing to pay.
Food's going to be good.
Why
Yeah.
will she not have a man go there? That's ridiculous.
Hopefully, maybe there'll be another one, and then I'll make a co-ed. But I just want to start off small, and this may be the first and only. We'll see. I don't know.
Have you thought about it down the road? Like if this one succeeds, what
would
you do?
I would love to do more. And
hello, Cleveland.
Would you?
Yes.
Would you roll it out?
I'd love to do a sweet and meat in Cleveland, wherever. If you want me to come to your town, have cookies. We'll travel.
Who came up with sweet and meat?
I did.
And just you're playing off because it's going to be sweet food as well as
desserts.
Very clever. Well,
Thank
Lisa,
you.
I agree with Gary. I think you're going to get.
Yes.
I think you're going to hit the 22. I can't tell you which 22 people will be there, but I do think that you will go there and give the information. Where is it?
You can go to lisag.com and click the link, and I'll be retweeting it at LisaG30D. Throughout the next couple of weeks.
What's the 30D? Is that your cup
That's
size?
my bra size. Yes.
Is your better half going to attend this? You think?
I don't know, but I'm sure anyone that does, I think it sounds like a fun thing.
Benji, you do look great. You got so slim, so congratulations.
Oh, look at this.
All right, and with that,
and I would like anyone, Lisa's thing that my girlfriend's face was more in the shirt than mine. Look at the shirt. That's the
You
most.
can't let it go.
No, because you just
thought we were
going to
end on an olive branch there,
You just
Benji.
make up things.
Wow.
On Tuesday's wrap-up show, we talked about George Takei's honesty, his horniness, and whether I'd be willing to give him a good old-fashioned hand job. Check it out.
Did you see George's eyes light up when Howard started singing those Broadway songs towards the end of the show?
It was like the way his eyes lit up yesterday when they're talking about Donna Summer in the bathhouses.
He does get a look,
yes,
and we'll leave it at that. But he certainly gets a look at in his eye. Excuse me.
This is a very inside reference. Did you ever see the movie Gods and Monsters with Ian McKellen?
Yes.
There's a part. It's a guy who's an older gay guy, and he reminisces about in the 30s when he would have these crazy parties with nothing but naked men. And he sits and he looks at his pool, and what happens is he goes back to those days, and he gets a look on his face like he just shot heroin. That's the look George gets.
Speaking of that look, when Howard talked to George about if he got a hand job at a massage, and Benji, I guess he offered up Benji to do, George said he wouldn't do it, but if it happened, how could they handle it? And he got a little uncomfortable. And I wonder, Benji, did you sense anything with George as that discussion was going on? Do you think he's sort of yearning for that kind of stuff, but knows it's not the right thing to do?
He seems to be saying that he wants it. I mean, but he seems to say he doesn't want to. It would ruin his relationship.
Well, there's something really weird going on. I noticed this on my Twitter page. Somebody tweeted me a note, and it said you should check out George's Facebook page because he's posting odd pictures during the show. So right after that conversation, and I don't think this is him, I think this is Brad. Right after that conversation, it said 4 minutes ago, it's a picture of a Siberian husky who's really angry, and it says George Takei is in the doghouse. So I wonder if Brad's like sending him messages on Facebook.
Yikes. That's not good. That is definitely...
Because George is not putting pictures up to the best that you could...
As far as I know, like, he's not, but...
Look, George, to his credit, is very open about his sexuality and about what he's into and the things he'd like to do, even though that he can't. But I would imagine with Brad Takei sitting at home listening to it, it's got to be frustrating at some level.
I like how you bought right into that, Brad Takei.
Well, you know, he did say that. I respect the family.
Yeah, no, I get it. Like I said, you know, when George was here and we had his, you know, bachelor party, like he made the rookie mistake of not knowing that it's all on the radio.
Oh, boy.
Hey, Benji, would you give George a hand job for $50,000?
I think you're starting too high, Gare.
I think so. I don't, you know, I'd have to make sure it's cool with my girlfriend and everything.
Right, but I mean, if she was cool with
I think the funniness of it would be, yeah.
Not to cut you out of the money.
Is that being discussed?
Well, no, not to cut you out of the money, but I'm about to. I bet you Richard Christie would do it for free because
of how funny it is.
Because how fun, not because it's gay or anything, but how funny it is and that it's George. I would bet you Richard would do that for free. What do you think?
I think we can get him for under $5,000, for sure, and probably for free.
What do you think, Benji?
It did cross my mind today for a second, like, oh, this would be so funny, like a historic show moment, historic.
What, a quick reach around? You were thinking?
You were talking to the guy, Benji Bronk, who came to me and asked me, with a very serious face on once, if he could sit on the couch next to Rudy Giuliani, just sit down and just start jerking off.
And Bill O'Reilly, yeah. Howard always wanted to. I didn't want it explained. I just wanted a guy sitting there and.
What, like how? If you could explain it, how would you?
No, that's the thing. I didn't want him to explain.
He just wanted
it would have been
down.
funnier if we just like
sat there naked and started jerking off.
Yeah.
And by the way, Benji's one of those guys we learned does like an upside down hand thing, which is even creepier.
And everyone here started doing that after I did that, though.
I don't even know how we learned that, but we did.
How did you just share that?
I was doing it in the studio years ago.
Did you take your dick out in the studio once?
I started to. Then Tom got mad and said we weren't allowed to jerk off in the studio.
He's such a buzzkill.
Ted, let's take a break. When we come back, something tells me Richard will get down here to talk about George. We have musical great Richard Christie now joining us.
Thank you, John.
How's that for an intro?
Man, I'm flattered.
Well, you are such a fine drummer. But
can I ask him the question?
Okay, I was going to set the context.
Set the context.
Late in the show today, Howard was
Yes, I would lick your asshole, John.
That's a different one.
For $1,000.
That's a different one. We'll talk about that off the air. Late in the show today.
That means he'll lick it for $200.
Howard asked George if he would if he went to a massage, would he, and he got jerked off, would he tell Brad, would it cause a problem? And George was very uncomfortable with the conversation. And he went on and said he would talk to Brad about it, but he would feel uncomfortable. He wouldn't want to do it because they're married. Which led to a conversation about something like that happening here. And the question is,
for the good of the show, because it's funny, would you give George a hand job?
Probably, yeah. But, well, only if Brad approved.
But if Brad said it was cool, I know you're friends and you go out with him, but if Brad said, yeah, it's cool, do you see the humor in it?
Yeah, I think it'd be hilarious. Yeah.
Hey, what about if it was?
I mean, I would. If there was money involved,
no, this
much
isn't
more
money.
likely.
This isn't money. This is just for the fun of the show.
I don't think I could do it just for nothing.
Why? It's not gay.
So you could say it was for the money.
Yeah, so I could blame it on the money.
Well, what would your price be? I mean, you're not like swallowing Ronnie's load here.
Yeah, for that I'd go a lot cheaper.
Like what?
I don't know. Probably $50,000, maybe.
That's interesting. That's exactly the price Gary was offering.
Yeah, because
10. I know I could get it for 10.
Well,
and I get it funded for 10.
Richard, I know you love George, and I know that's your sense of humor. I'm surprised you're even saying 50. I figured you'd do it just because it would be a legendary show moment, and it's George, and I can envision you envisioning jerking George off.
It is hilarious to think about, and it would be funny as hell. Even just seeing George naked with a hard-on would be really funny because, he's Sulu from Star Trek, and he's not supposed to have a big hard-on right in front of everybody. So that would be funny, but there is, there's a stigma attached to jerking a guy off, unfortunately. It's, for me being a straight guy, some people might think it's weird.
But you are a straight guy.
I am a straight guy.
You're married, so you should be confident in your sexuality.
I am very much, but still, I got to have a little bit of compensation for when I go back to Kansas and all my buddies are making fun of me.
So you're not gay, you're a whore. Because you'll do it for money.
Yeah. Well, that's like, who was that guy, Zeb Atlas, that came on?
What was that?
John remembers Zeb Atlas.
Was he the
right?
guy who does gay porn, but he's straight?
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know, Richard. George is going to be disappointed, I think. Do you think George would see the sense of humor of it, or would he just be into getting off?
I don't think George would ever do it because for him it would be a sexual thing. And he wouldn't want to do that to Brad, and Brad wouldn't want him doing it.
I just realized, I remember what Zeb's tagline was, which is you're gay for pay.
Yeah. I mean, to a certain extent, I'm never going to take anything in my butt.
Right, just in your mouth.
For a nice $1 million, of course.
All right, so for like $5,000, would you do it with George?
Jerk George off? If somebody's waving the cash right in front of my face, probably.
What if it was just Brad and George come to you privately and say, we'd find this really funny?
No. A private fun session.
What if Brad says fair is fair and you have to jerk them both off at once?
Go skiing?
Yeah.
Brad's a cool guy. I'd probably do that to him.
I'm a little frightened that phrase rolled off your tongue so quickly.
Danielle in Pittsburgh, welcome to the wrap-up show.
Good morning, guys. I just was thinking this morning when George was talking again about the bathhouses. It's so unexpected that he is so sexual at his age. And I always associate Star Trek with nerds. So for him to be so, I don't know, just open and openly horny all the time, it's really amazing to me.
It's one of the things we love about George. You ask George a question and he answers it. He's very honest about everything. And I have to say, when I see George, the thing that I think is I hope I'm as interested in sex when I'm George's age as he is. I mean, I think it's sort of cool that he's still that horny.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Is you always hear that when men get to a certain age, they just don't care anymore. But George proves that's not true.
Well, and a great thing is when George first became the announcer at Sirius, Howard talked to us about let's not push him too much about the gay sex thing, and that kind of it came out. His first week here. We knew he was gay, but it became much more part of it.
But that's just George.
We didn't know how horny George is.
Yeah. And it's George's personality. If you ask him a question, he answers it.
Who do you think's hornier, George or Howard?
I think it might be George.
It's a contest.
Absolutely.
Though. I think it's George, too. What do you think, Richard?
George. I would definitely think George, especially after the Jonah Falcon incident. It just seemed like he lost control, and he totally forgot that there were millions of people listening.
Yes.
We talk about that look he gets in his eyes. He had that look that day.
The look of love.
Thank you, Danielle, for calling in. Mike, you're on the wrap-up show.
Number one, I'm from Kansas, and Richard, you're really giving us Kansans a bad name, buddy.
Sorry, buddy. You mean you wouldn't suck off Ronnie for $1 million?
I don't think I would do it for $10 million.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm not like most Kansans then. Sorry.
Richard, kidding aside, if Brad gave the okay, would you do it?
Probably. It'd be funny. I mean, how many people can say they've jerked off Sulu?
That's an excellent question. I wonder how many people can say
We'll
that.
end the show with that.
On Wednesday's wrap-up show, there was a lot of talk about Lisa G and her controversial sweet and meat. Lisa doesn't think she's doing anything wrong, but a lot of people disagree. So here's how that discussion went, and we'll see if Lisa changed her mind or not.
Lise, while you're here, before the whole crew piles in, I'm glad I get some one-on-one time with you, because a lot of people are up in arms over this sweet and greet that you're doing. And do you understand why people are upset, or do you even realize that people are upset?
Well, right now all I hear is Howard in my head, and that's who counts to me.
What did you get? What was the message you got from Howard today?
That he felt I was above it, and that made me feel sad. But I wanted to do something. I wanted to see how this goes. All you can do is try, and we'll see. So, I heard what he said.
He said it kind of depressed him that you were doing this. And Why do you think it?
I think he feels that I'm classier than holding what he feels is a staged event to just sit around and eat a cupcake. And so I get it. I take it as a compliment. I don't know what else he sees me doing. It's not like he said to me, "Oh, Lisa, what about this?" or "What about doing this project?" or "I know someone who could use you for this." I'm open for suggestions.
Are you looking for an outside project?
Yes,
Are you looking
I am.
for something
I'd
to
like
do?
to do something. You have one. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, well, mine, I mean, I auditioned for a show and got hired to host it. And
That's fantastic.
yeah, but that there's a difference between that and what you're doing, I think. I mean, yours is more along the lines of the block party, I guess.
Yeah.
But the point I thought Howard was trying to make is with the block party, those guys they're putting on a show. It's
I'm
actually,
not a comedian. Like I said, I can jog in place. That's my talent. I can jog. So I felt this might be a nice way to get women around and just talk. Girls love to talk. If you haven't noticed, we could talk about, you just go nail polish and we could talk for an hour about nail polish. So whatever it is,
but
I can't wait.
You're also getting pushback too, though, on your price point. Somebody pointed out to me that your ticket is, more expensive than the block party or Sal and Rich or any of that.
You know what? It's not fair to compare the two.
Tell
It's
me
not
why. Explain that.
Okay, it's not a comedy event. I'm not a promoter. I don't know deals with different clubs. I did phone around to try and get a nice room. I wanted something that was classy. It's very expensive out there. And so I felt this was at a reasonable place. I really like what Magnolia Bakery is all about. They were very, very nice and welcoming. And I felt it was doable. And so, yes, the ticket price, if you compare it to the block party, it is higher. But it's an exclusive event, only 22 people.
Are you feuding with Ronnie or not?
No.
Where did that come from? I mean,
I don't know. I think we were kidding around in the newsroom late yesterday when I heard it was called an eat and meet instead of sweet and meat. I went, what? But apparently, they had that name before, so that's fine.
John Lieberman, you guys in the newsroom are aware that Lisa is looking for some type of event that she can do and sort of break out on an outside project, no?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think you're being sarcastic.
We are well aware of Lisa's sweet and meat. I think yesterday when I observed Lisa looking on Twitter and seeing that the block party guys were calling it a meet and eat, you were genuinely a little bit put off.
Well, Shuli told me about it. Someone told me about it. I don't think it was Twitter. Someone told me about it, and I went, what? They don't have an original idea? But then I found out that it's something that was planned a while ago. And then I said to Ronnie, I said, let's combine forces.
Right, and Ronnie was having none of that, and that's what I wanted to point out. Ronnie was having none of that.
No, he's having no part of it.
And then you guys got into a discussion of breaking down the financials. Ronnie was saying, well, at the block party, you get all of this talent, you get a show. For you, it's just we're coming to see you. So I think there was some genuine pushback there.
So Shuli's a comedian, and what else is the show? To see Ronnie, and then you had Scott and JD. I mean, they're not comics.
Well, but I think hold on, Doug. I see you over there. What's the value of the block party? You guys cover it. I mean, you're all over it for Howard TV. And do you think Lisa has a legitimate gripe here?
No, it's not a gripe.
No, I think Lisa's a little out of line on this whole thing. I think it comes across crazy.
What's crazy?
And I don't want to be hurtful to you, Lisa. I know you're sensitive, but you're comparing apples and oranges.
Everyone's comparing apple and oranges.
They're doing a show. There's a value to it. There's a performances. There's comedians. They have a structure.
Comedians. Who are comedians? Shuli is the comedian.
Shuli, John Toll, Mad Dog, Ronnie, and Scott.
Not every time.
Well, there's always comedians. There's always 3 comedians. But anyway. So you're charging 3 or 4 times the amount.
It's not fair to compare the two. It's only 22 people,
but
and it's in New York City.
You're having 22 people who are going to talk. It's not even you who's doing a show. You're going to be one of 22. You're saying, and you're charging 3 times the amount. It's
New York City, and it's only 22
then
people.
Don't do it in New York City. I mean,
that's where I live, and that's what works for me. Hi, George. Sit down.
Yeah, George, I'd love to get your take on this because you do a lot of the conventions for Star Trek and you've been doing it for a very long time. But you said the other day on the show that you would not do a meet and greet where people are charging a lot of money just to sit down and say hi. Why do you draw the line there? Because Lisa is doing a meet and greet, sweet and greet.
Sweet and meat.
Sweet and meat, sorry.
Sweet meat.
And Howard.
That's the next one.
That's George's department. But Howard felt really sort of taken aback today when he was talking to her and thought it sounded a little bit desperate. Can you explain the difference between a meet and greet versus a signing, or how you decide what to do?
Well, they pay dearly for the signing, and I know that that's what they really want. And they want to spend some time with you backstage, and they pay through the nose. The money all goes to the promoter of the convention, and I don't think it's right, that these people that could, well, I don't know, maybe they could afford it, and that's why they do that, but they charge $250, $300, $400, and for Bill Shatters, he gets like $500 to just shake hands and say hello backstage and maybe sit around and.
But they pay you to show up at the conventions very handsomely, right?
That's right, and so that but those so-called backstage meet and greets are in addition to
right. But why do you
pay.
show up to conventions then?
Because it's an opportunity. I consider it my opportunity to say thank you to the fans for the support that they've given us, and yes, we want to give some value to the time that we're spending, sitting there signing or posing for pictures, and they do pay for that too. But this enormous sum for just this brief kind of meeting and spending some.
So this is my convention.
Well,
it sounds like something you'd post
I would
on,
do something like that for charity. It's a wonderful way to raise funds for a good cause, and I'm sure you have your charities as well.
Yeah, I'm doing a bit of the proceeds to charity, and I really wanted to see how this would go because I didn't want to just hand over a check for $10 if no one was going to show up. So we'll see what happens.
Well,
and
why
maybe the
so
next
much?
One, maybe the next one because it's New York City and it's expensive.
How expensive is the rental of the room?
It's expensive.
How much? Disclose.
It's $600 minimum.
Can't you hold it someplace where,
Look, I'm not a promoter. I did as much as I could. Now, if this is going to be a gangbang on me, I'm going to leave because it's starting to feel that way.
I'm not assaulting you on this.
Now
but
there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people against me.
You're opening yourself up to this. It's a
that's
hot
not
topic.
But it's not what
no
the
one's here to
Robert show's
attack
all
you.
about.
We're here to express our opinions. I thought that's what the show is based on.
Well, Lisa makes a fair point. I mean, no, this show exists to wrap up what Howard talked about today, and this was a big part of the show. And the other angle I wanted to take with you, Lisa, is everyone says you're in love with Howard, and you admit to being in love with Howard, but knowing that he's married, that'll never happen, etc. But everybody here wants to sort of, tries to fix you up and wants you to have that kind of relationship.
Who tries to set me up?
Well, they try to set you up with
Who's
Wayne,
they?
right?
That's Howard.
Okay, so you don't think anybody else does?
Have you?
No, I haven't. That's fair. But the reason I haven't is because we've talked a little bit, and you seem content where your life is right now. And I mean, people are goofing you for coffee appreciation night and this and that, but you've got family, you're happy. I mean, am I misspeaking here, or are you happy in the situation that you're in?
I'm very happy with my life. I'm very content, and if I happen to meet someone who's great, that'd be fantastic. It would be, the icing on top of the cake.
You feel that you can't meet anybody at work, right? You don't like to mix those two things?
No, I don't. No.
And George, is that difficult in your career? I know you've spoken about here before. I mean, you don't want to mix business with pleasure necessarily.
Well, we all love you, Lisa, and we want to see you happy. And
you mean happier?
Happier.
Okay.
Yeah, you're happy right now, too. Yes. But we want to see you having a richer life, And I think most of us who are married are enjoying that kind of contentment.
Right, and I think that is
so wonderful. And we want
wonderful.
you to have that.
That is the sweetest thing someone could say, because I look at George and Brad and I go, they have such a wonderful, loving relationship, and that is fantastic. And
we have fights too.
But that's part of it too. That's part of it too.
It is.
It does take work in trying to set someone up who you like with someone else who is nice. Just plucking someone's name out of the air. It's good intentions, but it's not the best intentions. It's like sitting down thinking, who do I know who's really a great guy, who might be divorced, who's looking? It takes some work. And so I don't expect people to do that for me, but it's a very nice gesture if they do.
So you would be open for being set up at this point?
Like if you sat down with your wife and said, who do we know? Oh, do we have a cousin? Do you have a best friend at work? Do you have, you work with an attorney who's got a brother? Whatever. It takes some work.
What are you looking for in a guy?
A nice guy.
Just nice? That's it? I mean, no other requirements?
Someone in broadcasting?
I don't even look at that. I don't, just someone who's nice and someone who could make me laugh. Yeah.
You enjoy
I think that's
Broadway
important
theater.
to laugh together. Yes, I did.
And somebody who's not allergic to cats.
Yes, that's true.
Do you feel like you've caused this great controversy by just doing a simple meet and greet for the female Stern Show fans? I know that wasn't your intention, but you also want to put it on the map and get people to know about it. Are you sort of dealing with, I guess, the best of both worlds there, where people are talking about your event, but they may not be talking favorably about your event?
That's okay with me. I knew that, you get the good, the bad, the ugly. So, look, it's 2 hours. It's in a couple of weeks. You can go to lisag.com. That's it. We sold 11 tickets so far.
Well, congratulations. Halfway home.
Yeah.
Something else you might think of doing? Volunteer work at some museum or some charities.
I am involved with the charity, and that's and it's every weekend
What is
during
your
the
charity?
winter. It's called Power of Pink. We split away from Susan G. Komen, and now we're on our own. And we just raised $25,000 for the breast cancer health center in Harlem. So that was
What are
we
the
had
chances
a Zumba
of you
event.
meeting a man with that charity? It sounds like a woman's charity.
Well, the women involved, they have husbands who possibly have friends and things. But I love donating my time there. So it's for a very dear friend of mine who is a breast cancer survivor. So it really means a lot to me.
We got to take a break. I know, Doug, you wanted to say one more thing, and then John, and then we'll break.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, if this doesn't work out, Lisa, would you consider doing something that's more catered to what you're doing, like a cooking class where you can have guys and girls? I think it's if you want to meet someone, I think it's a great opportunity to target people who know who you are and like you and see you like in a cooking class. Maybe organically something would happen, and you can meet people. But the sweet meat, whatever, I don't know. It just sounds empty to me.
Okay, you're entitled to your opinion.
I'm not attacking you. I'm just being honest.
Yes, John.
I need to say two quick things factually. One is in support of Lisa, and that is that it appears there is a demand for this. It appears that Lisa will sell out the 22 tickets, and there is interest online amongst women who do want to see Lisa. I've also gotten a lot of tweets, though, wondering what is the purpose of the event, and I don't know that that's been addressed. Is it to make money, or is it for exposure, or
it's
is
a little of both. And I don't think I should be put down upon because I can answer it both ways, because most people here are doing the same thing, but they're doing comedy or they're whatever it is. So I'm doing one event. Maybe I'll make some money and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, Lisa is not the only one doing this kind of stuff outside of the show. But I thought today Howard did come down on you a little bit, like we talked about, because he thinks you're quote unquote above it.
Right.
But he's never been a huge fan of people doing stuff outside of the show. It depends almost on the circumstance.
This just seems rooted like you're a little jealous of the block parties. And I know Shuli invited you on the block party, and you
He wants me to play my violin,
which is fun.
Why not do that?
Because I suck, and he offered me $500, and I said no.
Everyone on that show, the comedians are good. But Ronnie and Scott, they go up there. They don't have a polished routine.
But that's
they
their
sort of
thing.
suck.
That's what I'm saying. That's their thing.
But is that the money, Lisa? Like, if you got Scott Salem kind of money, would you be
how
willing?
much did he get?
I think he said $2,500.
For one night?
Would you be willing for a weekend?
No, it'd have to be at least for just one night minimum.
Wow.
Seriously, to play the violin.
So wait,
because I suck.
Wow.
So wait, your price is higher than basically anybody else on the show.
Yes.
So
I suck.
So seeing you worth more than anybody else on the show?
I'm just saying, I'm not comparing myself to what he makes. I'm just feeling, this is how I feel about playing the violin. That's what I'm going on.
Yeah, but you play in a Philharmonic. I mean, you don't suck.
I don't play in the Philharmonic.
Well, you play
in the basement.
And Lisa, wouldn't you want to play to crowds cheering, going crazy? They would go crazy over it.
That is true.
They would love it.
Cough up the money. Who knows?
Well, $2,500 is no chicken. $2,500 is pretty damn good.
All right, we're going to take a break. Lisa, you're an expensive ticket. I will say that. But good luck with the sweet and meat.
Warren Littlefield. Who is Warren Littlefield? Warren Littlefield ran the entire NBC network for years.
Yes.
And he just came out with a book.
Big mocker.
And I always like talking to these guys who actually get to run an entire network. And it's amazing some of the stories. Like I was telling you the story the other day about Cheers and how they almost cast this one and that one. It's kind of cool stuff. So he'll give us a little
He's
rundown.
coming, and he's been on our show before.
Yeah, years ago.
Years and years ago, when he was in power. He didn't say much then.
You know Warren's important because this is so weird. Gary Dell'Abate Fafafui put on a sports jacket to talk
Get
to him.
outta here.
Yeah. Like,
Are
did you
you
notice?
kidding?
Yeah, Gary's wearing a sports jacket. He's all excited. Warren Littlefield's here.
I do that all the time for good guests.
No, you don't.
I do.
Well, who are the good guests?
Yeah, who gets...
Like I did it for Ron Howard.
I think Gary thinks he might get a job.
I think so.
Hello, Mr. Littlefield.
I look like Spit Romney. I mean,
Didn't I represent you a little bit nicer?
No, I think you should wear a sports jacket every day.
I have one every day. I just don't wear it every day.
No.
Yeah, but I love how he's making the selection between who are the good guests and who aren't.
Robin, here's a newsflash. I won't be wearing one when I run the Sibian for Octomom.
So let's see. Octomom, no. Warren Littlefield, yes.
George Takei, it depends. If he lands a network show, then the quote goes on.
But otherwise, he's in a T-shirt.
Can we keep track of who Gary deems important?
Yes, I would love to know who gets the jacket and who doesn't.
You know, when George got his job on Heroes, I was thinking of putting on my sports jacket.
Instead, I put on a sweater vest.
But unfortunately, George doesn't have that job anymore.
Well, when I'm going to invite Gary to the opening of Allegiance as well.
Nope, still not wearing my sports jacket.
Oh, I don't get.
Well,
I don't get a sports
Listen
jacket.
here, who shows up, George?
because Allegiance is not that important.
Jimmy Fallon, yes.
All right, let's get down to brass tacks.
All right, we have Warren Littlefield coming in here today. We're going to bring him in.
That's it?
What do you mean that's it?
That's not a very good intro.
What would you like me to say?
The guy used to be the head of NBC. I mean, you might want to give him a little bit more.
All right, let's bring in Warren Littlefield, who used to be the head of NBC.
Who wrote a new book?
Who wrote a new book? Is that better?
Next time, more gusto, but okay. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you today?
Outstanding. Coming to see Howard.
Your first appearance?
In a long time.
Right. Up at Sirius. So you've written a new book?
I have indeed. Top of the Rock.
And this is all about your time at NBC.
One night, one network for one decade. NBC Thursday nights in the 90s.
So we're going to find out some pretty interesting, cool stories behind the scenes.
Absolutely. You'll get the backstage pass.
All right, well, we're looking forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Warren Littlefield used to run the entire NBC television network. He, like all television exec, like 99% of television executives, you get canned.
Of course, there's always that day.
You look good. There he is.
Was he the head of programming or the network?
He was head of all the programming.
Okay.
Yeah, he was the head of the network programming. Hey, Warren.
How are you, Howard?
Great seeing you.
It's wonderful to see you. Congratulations on the show.
Thank you. Now I'm part of the NBC family.
That's right.
Howard.
Who would have thought it?
Hi, Robin.
Hi there. How are you?
Were you surprised that NBC hired me? I mean, no more surprised than I am. I mean, I never thought I'd be at NBC.
Well, Howard, if you remember 15 years ago,
yes,
I was kissing your ass trying to get you to come to NBC. So I guess I was.
What
Howard.
was your idea?
What did you approach him with?
Conan had just started in late night.
Right.
And, you know, we weren't sure that was going to work.
That's right.
And we wanted it to work. But my job was, hey, what if it doesn't work?
Right.
What are you going to do? And I was an enormous fan. I still am.
Right.
The band is still here together. I love it. And, you know, I was kissing your butt trying to get you to think about television.
Were you ultimately proven right then about Conan in a sense that
he did last.
When push came to shove, you had your trepidation about Conan in the beginning. Then he went to 11:30 and he didn't work. People rejected him. So were you ultimately right that Conan wasn't the performer that everyone had hoped he'd be?
Well, Conan had an amazing run in the 12:30 slot.
He did. Is it an amazing run, though? He never beat the guy on CBS. He never beat, what's that British guy?
Ferguson.
Craig
You
Ferguson.
always have trouble with that name.
I know.
No, at 12:30, Conan did great.
Conan was number one.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Late Night was number one.
Right.
Jay, 15 years at the top. You know, the question, of course, is when you are a dominant number one in Late Night, do you throw the guy out who's sitting on the top of the throne?
You thought that was how come you didn't write about Leno at all in your book, and you didn't talk about Leno versus Letterman? You didn't write about your thoughts about Leno now?
Bill Carter. I mean, your buddy Bill Carter has really done outstanding books about that.
But your perspective
the
is
late
unique.
shift, but the Late Shift is out there. Bob Balaban played me on the Late Shift,
right?
And Bill's last book, all about the battle, the next round of the battle in Late Night. That's all been done.
So are you proven right? Because you were one of the guys who said Jay should be the 11:30 guy, take over the Tonight Show over Letterman. And everyone at the time said, how could you do that? How can you do that to Dave? And meanwhile, you were proven right. I guess Jay has been the dominant number one. At first, it didn't look it was going to be that way. And then about 2 years, it kicked in, and Jay became number one ever since.
Yeah, the goal, Howard, always was, how do you keep both guys? You got David Letterman, who's been doing it for a decade.
Right.
You've got Jay Leno, who has had 300 guest hosting appearances.
And did well every time, sitting in for Johnny, better than Johnny.
Absolutely.
Right.
So when Johnny surprises all of us and says, and it was my first upfront presentation, I am presenting the fall schedule. I am at Carnegie Hall.
Here, drink some water. Your mouth's dry.
Oh, thank you.
Come here. You need water. What the hell? Go ahead. Yeah. So you want some water? No, you're good. Okay.
I got it. Thank you.
All right.
So
really.
So Johnny surprises us.
Right.
When he comes out, I go, don't go away. I know we're running late. Johnny comes out and says, it's been wonderful, and this is my last year.
Wow.
No one knew, and I'm like, holy shit.
And you're the network president.
My first time out there saying, here's my new fall schedule, and I know we're running late. I got a big surprise. Don't go anywhere.
And Johnny Carson announces, I'm not working anymore.
He said, it will be my 30th year. It's been a wonderful run. Thank you very much.
So in other words, the position you were in is like, damn, I got to scramble quick. I've got to make a decision. Do I go with Letterman or do I go with Leno? How close did you come to using Letterman instead of Leno?
It divided the company in half. There was a East Coast versus West Coast riff.
Right.
And by many rights, it should have been Dave's show.
Right.
But Michael Ovitz represented David Letterman.
Right.
He was handling the negotiation. And they handled it as though they had Johnny Carson.
Right.
And they made it so punitive and so difficult. So what's my job, Howard? My job is, are there choices?
So it sounds to me like in your mind at that time, you might have gone with Dave if Ovitz hadn't been such a ball buster on that contract. Because I could guess that Ovitz came in like he had Johnny Carson, so it was like Letterman needs to control the hour after him. Letterman needs to do this. Letterman needs to have ownership.
Needs all that stuff.
And Johnny earned that later in his career. You don't get that at first.
That's absolutely true. And so the fact of the matter is, we had Jay Leno, who was a great rising star.
And made it easy for you.
Absolutely. And we also had a guy who sat there, and it was his time, David Letterman. Right. Very different talent, both very talented. So in my position, who do you got? What are you going to do?
Right. Interesting.
And so we got to it was a GE conference in Boca Raton,
right,
late at night, and we're all sitting around a table, bad wine, warm soda. Mm-hmm. Everyone wants to go to bed. And it becomes the final discussion of what do we do?
Lord, what pressure.
Yeah.
Is being a network president like the most pressure ever? More than any job beside president of the United States. It is tremendous pressure. In fact, when you think about it, it's the dumbest job in the world. Because
it should be fun.
Because Warren, eventually you're going to be thrown out. You can't possibly have a winning season every single season, right?
Well, that's absolutely true.
Yeah.
But you have to love it. I mean, Howard, if
do you miss
didn't, oh yeah, I loved it. It's a wonderful sandbox where you play with creativity. You wouldn't be here this morning if you didn't love what you do.
Who is the greatest network programmer of all time? And I'm going to ask this:
emulate?
Is it because I've had my differences with Les, but Les Moonves has managed to stay on. How many years now as the network president? It's an amazing track record, isn't it?
Well, he's the CEO, but CBS just hit 10 years in a row #1 in total viewers.
Right.
So they're not the youngest.
Right.
Fox is.
Right.
But #1 total viewers 10 years in a row. That's a consistent vision for what is that network.
So is he the greatest programmer of television that has ever lived? I mean, you could...
He's a great run. I think you have to... Fred Silverman was amazing.
Why is he amazing, though? He kind of burned out in terms of longevity.
Fred ran 3 networks.
That's true.
Fred sees the world and turns it into ideas. Fred has such a fertile mind.
So for every super train he comes up with, though, he comes up with 1 million hits, right?
Yeah, Matlock, In the Heat of the Night. Fred...
Did you work with him? Was he your mentor?
When I started at NBC, Fred was there for about a year.
So in your mind, Fred Silverman is the greatest network television programmer of all times.
Fred was amazing in his creativity, in the range of things that could get him excited. And then Brandon Tartikoff, who was my boss, Brandon had the same love of the medium that Fred had. And Brandon, now you needed to edit both of them. Because
refresh my memory, was it that Brandon got sick and that's why he ended up losing his job, or was he tossed out too?
No, Brandon wasn't tossed out at all. Brandon had an amazing run through the 80s,
right,
and went off to Paramount to run features, and that didn't work.
Right, but it was a good idea. And you to become a network president, I think you beat the odds. I know a lot of guys at NBC right now who all want to be the network president, and yet it's almost guaranteed that it will come to a disastrous end. And then a lot of you guys go into programming, but very few really know how to go into production. But very few have hit shows. Is that true? It's difficult.
Oh, it's very difficult.
Right. It's a different end.
Oh, yeah. It's a different beast, different muscles.
But why is it everyone goes off with that programming deal? They're going to do production. They're going to...
Well, because they think they can do it because you were on the other side. You were buying programs.
Look, you have a pretty good education.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And it's a bet. Everything's a bet. It's a roll of the dice. And you only get those kinds of deals if you've proven when you're in the job that you can perform and you've got the pulse. You have a track record.
If I want to be a network president, what is the best way to go about it? Where do you go to school to become a network president?
You, Howard, could buy a network, and then you will say,
but you know what I mean.
I am the president.
There's someone listening to this broadcast right now, young guy. He's going into communications. He wants to be at a network, and his eventual goal is to get there and pick the programs that we watch on television. Like I'm working with guys over at NBC. They're getting to do that. I'm working with some of the young executives. They all tell me secretly they want to run a network one day. How do you get to do it? Where's the education come in?
You start by watching everything. Every single thing that's on every network, cable, everywhere. You need to be able to talk about the material.
So when mom says, don't watch so much TV, she's not necessarily right.
You're correct. And I used to fake that I was sick. I would stay home during the day, right? And I would watch television because I loved it.
And you read about these executives and you learn the business, and then you go what? You become a page at one of these networks?
The starter job is critical. And, Bill Cosby once hired a woman, Yvette Lee Bowser, and she was his sandwich girl. Wow. And she was there to make lunch.
Jesus.
And Yvette Lee Bowser says, Mr. Cosby, I'm also a writer. And he goes, not yet, you're not.
Right.
He said, you're the sandwich girl. So when you show me that you make the best sandwich I've ever had, you may be the writer girl. But, so the end of that story is she created 3 series.
What were the 3?
She went on to A Different World.
Wow.
Was a co-executive producer and then created a couple of shows after that. Not massive hits, but she had a great career.
It's funny.
But you start by doing a good job.
My lunch is horrible.
Nobody's
Can I hire
ever
her?
made you the greatest sandwich.
Can I hire her to make me a sandwich? Because I tell you, I cannot get a good lunch around here.
Gary probably could find somebody.
Oh, he's the worst. He doesn't help me find the lunch. So when you want to be a network president, what was your entry-level job?
Comedy development. So
that's a pretty good entry-level job.
Yeah.
Where'd you go to school?
I graduated with a degree in psychology from Hobart and William Smith.
That's a good school, Hobart.
Yeah, it's a good, small, liberal arts
school. And you walk out of college with your degree and you say, did you have in mind I want to run a network one day?
No. I started to work at a production company.
Right.
And I learned production. And then I looked to the people who were running it, and I said, so what's next? What's going to go into production? They go, well, we don't have anything. I go, well, that's a problem, because I won't have a job.
That's right.
And I said, so you need ideas. You need development dollars. You need scripts.
Right.
And they're like, yeah, I guess we do. And so I just said, well, I better create some stuff or I'm out of work.
Right.
And so I moved up. I moved along, and a couple years later, they asked me to be president of the company, and I went, well, this is a mistake.
Right.
I can't be president of anything.
Why?
I was a kid. I didn't know anything. So I said, I got to go to California.
And you went out there, and you got a job with NBC?
No, I got a job first at Warner Brothers Television.
Right.
They put me in comedy development. Mm-hmm. And then Brandon Tartikoff hired me, comedy development, NBC.
You must have developed something great for everyone to start noticing.
Yeah, why did they notice you?
No,
it doesn't matter.
I had instincts.
Yeah.
I did my homework. I had a degree in psychology.
Right.
I was playing catch up.
Could you make a good sandwich?
I could make a good sandwich.
Go back to Leno and Letterman
well.
for a second. Go back to Leno and Letterman. So the night you make the decision, it's not your decision alone to make, but you're one of the people that thinks Leno should be there instead of Letterman.
I advocated for Jay. I believed that, I said, look, if we're replacing a man who's done this job for 30 years.
Right.
So if you want the 5-year plan, then just take David Letterman because he's better prepared.
Right.
But if we're going to allow ourselves to think, can we do that in this room, folks? Can we think about not 5, but 10 and 15? Can we think long term? Because I believe Jay Leno will not sleep at night until he succeeds, until he's number one. I think that's the person we want as our partner.
When those guys, and it makes sense to me in the sense that Ovitz was becoming unstrong and making the deal very, very difficult. So from a network's point of view, I bet you Letterman didn't even understand that.
I suspect he didn't. And remember, the goal was, can you keep both of them?
Right.
But Les Moonves said to both Jay and Dave, hey, there's only one Tonight Show.
Right.
We'll take either one of you guys.
Right.
He sent them gifts, both of them, and said, guys, one of you is going to be here. And so ultimately, how did it work out? Well, Dave has made a great living, and Jon Stewart's made a great living, and the whole world, post Johnny Carson doing the Tonight Show, the world changed.
So. Do you guys hear a noise, like a banging or rubbing noise? What is that? Is that a mic? It's distracting the hell out of me. What is that?
I did hear something.
Yeah.
I thought it was your microphone.
No, you hear that? Yeah. What is that? You hear that?
Yeah.
What is that, Warren? You're a production guy. Do you hear it?
I hear a little fuzz.
Huh.
But maybe that's me.
All right, maybe I'm screwed up. All right. Anyway, so getting back to this, because I'm fascinated by the world of network television and all the decisions. The night that Jay Leno goes on TV, again, you guys don't hear that?
I hear
Why
it.
is that making me fucking crazy? Warren, help me here.
I was trying to concentrate
You're
on
always
Warren.
fucking crazy.
Does anyone know what that is? No.
The person who doesn't hear it is Scott, who could fix it.
He doesn't know what to do. Trust me. Let me see. Let me turn off your mic for a second, Warren. I'm going to turn off all the mics and figure it out. Scott! Hello? Now I don't hear it. Here's Robin's mic. Let me hear you, Robin. Say something. Yeah, it's Robin's mic. What are you doing over there? What are you banging into? Something's hit.
No, it's not her.
It's not Robin. Okay. It's the guest. Oh, it's your guest mic. What are you hitting into, Warren? It's you.
Where's my guest? Where's my mic?
I don't know. You're doing something. Your
on
mic's
your
in?
headphones.
It's on your headphone. Let me see. What is that noise? Huh, it's weird. Something's banging in.
I'm not banging, Howard.
All right, don't worry about it then. I won't screw up this interview by interrupting you. All right, so here's the night. The night is Jay Leno goes on against Letterman. It comes a time. Are you nervous inside because this has been mostly pushed by you that Jay Leno should take over the Tonight Show? Are you sitting there watching everything that he's doing and waiting for the ratings to come out?
Howard, I am shitting.
Right.
Okay? In my pants, I am scared to death. And in that first year, I'm convinced that my tombstone will say, Warren Littlefield, the man who killed late-night television.
And then the next day,
NBC.
all the newspapers are saying, Dave beat Jay, because don't forget, in the beginning, Dave beat Jay.
He did.
And it looked like you made a huge mistake, and everyone was laughing at you guys. You went into business with Jay Leno. You all look like idiots. Were you afraid you were going to lose your job at that point?
You know, I wasn't afraid I was going to lose my job. I was scared to death that I had made a mistake there.
Right.
Now, prime time is starting to work, and that's a lot of money.
Yes.
So some hits are rolling in, and that's the good news.
Right.
But in late night, I'm scared to death. And what we realized is the shadow of Johnny Carson is immense.
Did Johnny want Dave to be the... They always...
Johnny, first of all, we didn't ask Johnny what to do.
Right, because that's silly.
But of course we knew that his relationship with Dave was a very, very good one. And so what we realized for Jay is we had to rebuild the show for Jay. We had to restructure it. We had to learn. He had to grow. That took time.
Yeah, because even though Jay was filling in for Johnny all those nights, now it had to become the Jay Leno Tonight Show.
And we changed the audience structure.
They moved the audience closer,
moved
right?
the audience closer, got in a new stage because it wasn't Johnny's stage.
Right.
And really make it his own show.
Did Johnny ever call you after he said, I'm not coming back to Tonight Show? Did he ever call and say, I'm sorry, I'm doing this to you, Warren? I know you're new on the job, or he just didn't care? He just left?
He gave America 30 years.
Understood.
And
we're asking what he gave you.
Did he give you a phone call?
No.
He didn't.
He announced it at Carnegie Hall.
Right.
And that was it.
That was it. It was over. Poor you. You know, I still
change, right?
It just seems so crazy to me that somebody would become a network program guy to try to pick the shows that America's going to love.
When you see everybody eventually go down in flames.
Yes, I'm telling you, it is the craziest career because
it's not a great job.
When you finally get the job,
no, it's a wonderful job.
How many years did you last as the network, the head of the network?
9 years.
That's pretty incredible.
Hey, must-see TV, the 90s. On Thursday nights in the 90s, 75 million Americans watched Thursday night.
And you developed must-see TV. You developed all those shows.
All those programs.
And so why would
Friends, Seinfeld, Frasier, open your gift, Howard.
I know, but when the networks fired you, were you angry? Were you when NBC said to you, "Okay, Warren," and this is what happened.
Your run is over.
They said, according to your book, you're a dry hole. Right?
What?
Didn't they? They said you don't have any more ideas. We've used you up. We're getting rid of you. Doesn't that burn your ass after you developed must-see TV? Were you a dry hole?
Apparently some people thought so.
Who thought that? Don Ohlmeyer?
Don Ohlmeyer.
Who is Don Ohlmeyer? Explain to my audience.
Don Ohlmeyer was my boss.
Right.
And Don Ohlmeyer...
he didn't like you, did he?
Don was kind of a bully. He had a big problem with alcohol.
Yeah.
And we fought over everything.
But why wouldn't he like the guy who developed must-see TV? And how many people watched must-see TV? The Thursday night lineup. It was what?
75 million Americans.
Why wouldn't he kiss
watching.
your balls and taint if you developed that? I don't understand.
Well, I think at one point when we finally had so much success. Now you have to understand, Thursday night, if you combine the other 3 networks together, we still were beating them by a 60% margin.
So why would this guy hate you? Is it because you got all the credit? I've worked for guys where I've made their station #1, and they hate me for it.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Yeah.
So Don's ego was, I've had a lot to do with this. And finally, a guy that I had to fight to do ER, to do West Wing, to do Will and Grace.
He wanted none of those shows.
That's right. So everything was a battle. And
so why does Don get to stay there and you don't? Isn't there someone? Can't you go to Jack Welch and say, Jack, I'm the fucking guy who developed all this stuff. Why are you listening to Don Ohlmeyer?
They chose to listen to Don.
Did you get angry?
You know what?